in a Milwaukee caliber that has aspirations, and you call and this supposed to be the best player in the league, nigga, you supposed to get that done. There's absolutely no excuse for that whatsoever.
So like you said, all the other 9 years, Michael Jordan seasons were a failure, correct?
Not early Michael Jordan, no.
Bullshit.
They didn't start questioning Michael Jordan until like late 80s. All right, what up? Welcome to the All Grind Sports Show, where we are politically incorrect. I go by the name of JC, and we are back once again, man. I know it's been a minute. Episode 54, we finna put that in the books. Thank y'all for everybody who's still been tuning in and rocking with us and sharing, comment, subscribing. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all here with us. We appreciate that. I also want to send out love and prayers to my brother, Marvin Coop. You know what I'm saying? He out there in New Orleans enjoying the festivities right now. So shout out to my brother. Hopefully we get him back on here soon. But we finna get to the splits, man, because first of all, we trying to see what's going on today. And we got so much to get into that's transpired these last couple of weeks. So we're going to start off with the big dog, my OG, my mentors. We actually got to talk our spit and have our own little podcast a week or two ago at, Pop's birthday bash. So, but without further ado, man, my guy, Daryl Dunnan, a.k.a. the Big Ragu.
What up, y'all? Word.
What's going on, Mr. Big Homie?
What up with
What's
it, man?
What's going on? It's your boy Andre.
Okay, well, we'll go there next then. Then we got my guy, he probably feeling good right now, you know what I'm saying? All of us can actually feel good. We all got out the first round, so, we can all appreciate that. But, yeah, my guy, Andre Lakes, as you can see, he repping. The sports junkie. So icy gangs had it like a biker gang. What up, man?
What's going on? Good to be back on the show. Let's get it going.
And then we got the little bro. You know what I'm saying, of the Raiders guy. Hopefully they can give each other some common ground today in some type of way when we get there. But you know what I'm saying? We got my little brother.
A little bit dinged up tonight.
Isaiah
rush me in here, blowing up my phone. I was the last one on the episode logging in, blowing me up. I'm out here sick today, but I'm here because I miss my boys, miss my brothers. I want to talk sports with y'all. So even if my voice going tomorrow, shit, I'm here today. So let's get to it.
Yeah, man. And it's been a minute, man. I know y'all ain't seen the guy and the superstar for like the past few weeks, man. So we glad to have him back, man. Isaiah Anthony of the Ant Hill Production.
Get off my chest about them Raiders this week, man. I'm sorry. I ain't. We'll get into it. We're gonna get into it. I'm gonna say that for later.
All right. So without further ado, what a first round, right?
Yes, it
right
was.
Yeah.
I think like what half the top
round.
3 seeds lost. Over half of them lost this.
I don't ever remember a playoff being this
massive,
kind of like bottom side up there.
Yeah. It's been a while. They said this was the first time that, like, I guess every seed made the
is in the second
round. Yeah, like first, second, third, fourth,
so there you go, right
6, 7, 8.
There it is, right there.
Which makes sense because, like, how often it's not often an 8 seed beats a first seed anyway, and then and then the 7 seed beating the second seed, and then it was weird because, like, the Warriors was the 6 seed, but everybody was looking at them like it was the other way around. So I don't know, it is kind of crazy how it worked out that way.
What statement does that make about the association?
Like where we are?
Yeah.
I mean, I said at the top of the season, I felt like this is the most parity we've probably seen in a while.
Is it parity? Nobody really ran away from anybody, right?
Not at all.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
60 games. Anybody win 60 games?
I don't think in
so.
Milwaukee.
Hold on.
I think
they
Milwaukee
went over 50.
They had the best record in the league.
Yeah, 58-24.
Yeah, they was
so yeah, this was a I almost want to put the down year on it. I don't know.
And Miami finished 44 and 38.
Yikes.
So them,
it sounds okay. It sounds like y'all want to go there first. So let's.
Yeah,
it sounds like
okay. I didn't mean to do that.
No, it's all good. We're gonna go Milwaukee and Miami. We coming in hot. This only the sixth time in NBA history that an 8 seed has taken down a 1 seed. So what was y'all takeaways from this series?
Giannis got to work on that shot and them free throws.
We'll say
you can't get 24 free throws and only make about 10 of them things, bro. If you would have just made even one more free throw, we having a different conversation. Maybe game 7, they find a way to what they lost 4-1, was it, or 4-2?
Yeah, they got 4-1,
5 games.
Okay, so maybe we're having a different conversation where maybe y'all can make something shake in game 6. You know what I'm saying? But 24 free throws is insane. Like, that's more than some teams get in the game. Bro, you got to knock down your free throws. It's unacceptable to be shooting under 60% from the free throw line. I'm sorry. It just is. And he's one of my favorite players in the league. Like he said, I don't believe like there's complete failure in sports, but this season was a disappointment to get the number 1 seed and then lose in the first round. But with that being said, shout out Jimmy Butler, man. Each season, each playoffs, like I said last playoffs.
That man turned into Michael Jordan.
No, hold on, stop. Because last year you tried to criticize Jimmy for that shot that he took. Like I told you.
Yes, he did.
He was going for the win. Jimmy was going for the win.
Wait.
Jimmy don't play it safe.
Me critiquing the shot means I'm against Jimmy B now? And I never said that.
I just said you tried to critique him. Like I told you.
And I still stand by that.
Stop. Let me get it out. Like I said, Jimmy goes for the win. He don't play it safe. He don't play that BS. Oh, we gonna play for overtime. He's playing to win, and he showed that again this playoffs. That one way or another, he's gonna die on his own sword. You know what I'm saying? That he is going to shit. I'm here to play to win. I ain't playing shit safe. I ain't fighting for another day. I'm fighting for a championship. And bro, like that performance that we got back to back was fucking insane. It was insane. So shout out Jimmy Butler.
And the way to force overtime
shout out Jimmy Butler, who I can show on my Facebook page dating back 10 years ago. I've always been a Jimmy G Buckets fan.
I never said
I've always rolled for that man.
Did the words out of my mouth say you weren't a Jimmy Butler fan? No.
But the way you led with that though, the way you led with that,
I told you last year.
Like nigga, I still stand on that being a dumb shot at that time.
That wasn't a dumb shot.
If you consider the context around it, then I felt like it was.
No.
And that was only because he had a better shot. That was it. It wasn't like he was stuck in a position where it's like, oh, I have to take this. Especially when you one shot away from the finals, like. You know, like that was my only.
He was one. So if he would have went for the 2, like you said, then he would have been playing for OT. Who's to say they wouldn't have lost in OT still?
I mean, you're right. It's kind of like it's a double-edged sword. It's kind of like if you.
And I said
it's like if you like in football, right? Like if you go for 2 for the win when you only got 2 yards versus saying like I'm gonna just take the PAT and go to OT. If you get the 2, they'll be like, that was genius. You got the 2, you hurried up and got it over with. You don't have to go to overtime, or you could play it safe and take the PAT. Like, I think it was that type of thing.
Ragu, can you please remind him the Raiders mantra? Please.
Just win, baby.
Okay, then. That's what Jimmy tried to do. Just win. Hey, you gonna down that sword going for the win. That's what all I'm saying.
And he had the extra of blame me if we don't. That's why I love the guy.
And he took accountability for it. He said, shit, it's on me.
Yeah.
I'm back next season.
Jimmy Bucket's will and determination throughout these games, man, it's crazy to watch because he seriously has a drive. He has a passion for this, and he wants to win, and he doesn't take all the credit. So And the way he forced overtime, I mean, that was insane. An inbound pass, it was a lob, and I was looking at that.
That was wild. That was wild. I thought that game was over. I ain't even gonna lie.
I thought it was too. But for him to not only hit that shot, but then go along and take care of them in the last 5 minutes. And also, I also want to give a shout out to Mr. Adebayo, who dropped a triple-double, 20, 10, and 10.
That was a quiet triple double.
That was his only thing that he showed up in, man. I ain't trying to hear that. Get Adebayo out of here, man. Boy was playing like DeAndre.
But all that being said, Game 5 from Jimmy Buckets is one of the greatest performances I ever seen.
I do want to at this time give a big shout out to also Mike Budenholzer, even though he didn't necessarily coach well this series. To find out that his brother passed in a car accident and he still showed up for work, showed up for his team. You know what I'm saying? Because me personally, I'm not gonna lie, I would have took time off, but I mean, I can't imagine what he's going through. So prayers out to the Budenholzer family. I hope.
And it's crazy. I was actually like, it's a few coaches that I was calling for them to lose their job after the playoff performances, and he was one of them. But after I found that out, I realized I have a heart, and I was like, damn, like, when you going through something like that and you still got to coach through it, I mean, that is a lot. So, you know what I'm saying? They can give him some more time.
Yeah, I just don't understand why Brook Lopez or Giannis wasn't in the paint on that play at the same time still, though. Like, they got to be – one of those two got to be in the paint in that situation. You got – who was guarding him? Connaughton or I forget how to say it.
I think it was Connaughton.
But 24 for the Bucks was guarding Jimmy Butler, and then like people were complaining about a push off, and I was just like, he shouldn't have been in that situation, no way.
Anyway,
like
wasn't they up like 10 plus with like 6 minutes left or 5 minutes left or something?
Yeah, it was less than that when I had turned the game on.
It was less.
Near 10 with like 4 or 3 minutes left.
Yeah, it was something crazy like that.
6 minutes is a ton of time.
Yeah, 6 minutes is a ton.
On a quick run.
Yeah, I think I might be wrong on the time. I know it was something
less
crazy.
than that.
It was looking comfortable.
It was less. I was like, okay, we're gonna have a game 6, and then boom.
But Ragu, double digits in fourth quarter is inexcusable in the elimination game, though. Even if it was that. That's why Portland 2000 has looked at such a choke job, because I mean I think they was only up like 13 when that, when that quarter started.
The last eighth of the ball game is a lot of time. Double-digit leads can be raced from the 6 minute mark. Now you get inside 3 minutes and lose a double-digit mark in the fourth quarter, then yeah, you blew that game. But they still playing basketball, man. At 6 minutes, I will say this. All right, this is why I feel this way. And I'm gonna have to take you back to the Showtime Lakers. When I was a young guy watching the Showtime Lakers, as long as the Lakers were within 10 at the 6 minute mark,
yeah, they could come
with
back.
Irvin Johnson, we either were going to win or definitely make that thing close, man. Yeah, so it was 10 points in 6 minutes in the NBA is not enough. Now you could be up 15, close to 20, then yeah, you should win. But 10 points in 6 minutes in the NBA?
That can be erased.
I don't know if y'all remember this game. It was the Clippers in Sacramento. It was a regular season game. And I think Clippers was up like, if I'm not mistaken, about like 25. But around the time I said, about like 6-7 minutes left or something like that. And they lost that game.
Yeah, no.
That's
that's just inexcusable.
I will never forget that.
Now 10, like Ragu said,
this was Lob City era, I believe.
Yeah, like Ragu said, 10 points in 6 minutes. That's a lot of time. Like, hell, that is a eternity in basketball. But 25 with 6 minutes. All right, now you talking about super choke job.
25-point lead at halftime. You should have that.
Yeah,
honest.
Yeah, really. But I think more and more over the years, 20 points has become like nothing, it seems like.
I mean, basketball is a game of runs. It's all about who gets more runs and who contains.
Teams could be up teams could be a 10-12 and then instantly get on like a 13-0 run or something like that. And
you know who used to do that spit where 20 points literally wasn't spit? Golden State. I remember these niggas never even being worried when they was down 20. Them little 2 years they had with KD, like it was like instant. Like you'd be like, damn, wasn't y'all just down like 10? Now y'all up 20? Like what the hell just happened?
Like, bro, it's crazy because like even on the game, it was the same way. Like, bro, you could start out perfect against that Warriors team on 2K, right? Like my homeboy, he was like a big, like he's a LeBron fan too and stuff like that. And like he was like, bro, I can beat you even if you got the Warriors. And I was like, bro, no, you can't, bro. I could go down 15 and still come back with this team. Like that's just how much firepower they have. And I think I went down like, I think the score was like 23-3. I was just missing everything. And I came back and won by like 10. By the time it was the end of the game, it's just like that's
once
how
they get going. Ain't shit you can do.
It's nothing you can do. Once Curry, Clay, and all them get going, bro, it was a wrap, bro. It was same thing in real life. Like bro, they had a cheat code, bro. What that contract that was written up for Steph, bro, cheat code.
So I got two things on Giannis. First of all, Isaiah, that split you brought up in the press conference, I felt like that was some whole split and that was deflection. Cause nigga, you came into the playoffs as the best team in the league, as we all just seen. You came in as the best team in the league. And you telling me that you doing something that's only been done 6 times in NBA history isn't considered an effing failure. And you really got defensive and really got mad about that and turned up about that. Now, from what I heard, he has a history with that specific reporter, and that might have, you know what I'm saying, that might have had a little something to do with it. But just me looking at that in itself, nigga, that's more than a fair effing question.
No, because he asked that question every single year that he did not win a championship. So, like, bro, you coming back to me asking me this question every single year. Like,
that brings me to my second point.
Hold on. Let me finish. That does not negate that all the things that they accomplished during the season, all the individual accomplishments he had during the season.
But it does, though.
No, it doesn't. So let's say your boy Embiid gets an MVP this year, and then he doesn't make it to the finals and win the finals. This whole year was a failure. The entire year was a failure.
I'm sure Embiid would much rather
answer the question. Answer the question. So the entire
for his personal legacy, no, it's not a failure for his personal legacy. For the team, absolutely, yes, it's an effing failure.
That's the point. That's the point.
They're expected to win this year.
That's the point that Giannis was making. The entire year wasn't a failure.
So hold on. So when James Harden was winning all them effing MVPs and spit and getting 60 wins a year and going to the playoffs and losing, that spit wasn't considered a failure? When he was averaging Wilt numbers and all that?
Now I said the whole year was not a failure. That's what I said. The entire year wasn't a failure. That's the point that Giannis was making.
I don't see how that's not.
I don't like the failure. I don't like the failure word, bro. Disappointment. Yeah. I can do it. Failure. I mean, it's pro basketball. Bro.
That only happened 6 times in NBA history.
Okay. And again, so it's happened before, right? It's happened
right.
before.
And those seasons was failures too.
I mean, but we talked about the disappointment at the top of the show.
Because like we just said, like Andre just said at the beginning of this show, before we got on this show, when I was crucifying his Bruins for losing, bro. The season is back at 0-0 now. There's no all that 59 win shit don't matter. I don't give a fuck if you won 72 wins, just like the Warriors won 73. It don't matter. You back at 0-0 now. So it's a disappointment. All these teams have made the playoffs and are worthy of being in the playoffs, correct?
You know who's a disappointment? Sacramento's a disappointment. Because they had the high aspirations of what they wanted to do. That's a disappointment. 16. Because nobody expects Sacramento to win a champion. This was supposed to be a learning experience.
They had an arena.
Niggas is young.
They had an arena of fans that expected them to win the series.
I mean, of course they've been there 17 years. Of course.
Why is it not a failure? Why is it not a failure?
Because them is young niggas who was inexperienced and nobody had them win a championship this year.
Now it's because they young niggas inexperienced. No, then it was a failure by your standards.
So it ain't like Milwaukee lost to some young dudes. They lost to an experienced.
Nobody on this podcast have Sacramento even going to the playoffs when the season started.
Okay, and
so that's considered a disappointment.
I got proven
at that
wrong.
point.
I got proven wrong.
That's beside the point.
Oh,
I'm explaining why they would be more of a disappointment, and somebody in a Milwaukee caliber that has aspirations, and you call and this is supposed to be the best player in the league, nigga, you supposed to get that done. There's absolutely no excuse for that whatsoever.
So like he said, all the other 9 years, Michael Jordan seasons were a failure, correct?
Not early Michael Jordan, no.
Bullshit.
They didn't start questioning Michael Jordan until like late 80s. That's when he started getting questioned. Nobody was questioning him in his early days when he didn't have no squad.
FJ years was failures.
What by the standards that y'all are holding, if they don't win a championship, the season is a failure.
That wasn't what I said though, so that's not by my standards. It depends on the aspiration of the team that year. Early Michael Jordan didn't have a championship team.
So I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what he had. I don't give a shit. What that mean to me? I don't care. He was one of the best players in the league. Get it done. Figure out how to get it done. I don't care.
That's what I'm saying. Was that not questioned? Like when Scotty got there in the late 80s, Michael Jordan was getting questioned about if he really got that in him or not. Like that became a question, and them seasons became failures at that point until he started winning.
They weren't failures. They weren't failures. They weren't failures.
How many failures did Mike have then?
Yes,
I would say late 80s. That time when he wasn't winning and he actually had a squad that can do it. Those were the failures.
Nah, brother. Nah. Those are disappointments. He went up against a team.
You going down, man.
He took out
interesting.
You gotta realize the team that he lost to. He lost to the Detroit Pistons most of those times, correct? We talked about
at that time, yeah.
So them boys took out Larry Bird and the Celtics. They took out Jordan them. They even took out the Lakers.
They end up taking LA out, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's not.
Wait, who took out LA?
The
Detroit Pistons.
No, I'm talking about. I thought you was talking about Chicago. My bad. Go ahead.
No.
We just saying.
He took out that old man. Get out here, man. I'll be trying
to saying it's disappointing to lose to a great team, but man, hell, not a failure. I don't think.
Maybe failure at a certain point is a little harsh. I don't think it's harsh to say I don't think it's harsh to say when you lose in the first round though to an 8 seed.
Now I think some teams, some franchises like the Lakers, sometimes they look at that shit as a failure. Like,
and maybe that's what it is. As a spoiled Laker fan, we've always been championship or bust. Like,
so you can't apply that standard. You can't apply that standard to those guys.
Anything short of for Laker fans, for Celtics fans, anything short of a NBA Finals is not a great season.
Yeah, I mean,
and
then you can start talking failure if you're like a Celtic or Laker. But those other guys, I don't think they start off like that.
Yeah, because like, bro, I just like you said, it can be considered a major disappointment, but it's not a failure.
I think the Celtics and Lakers have played in over half of the finals. Yeah. So, that's a different standard. Now, you're talking Milwaukee, do we want to win? We don't want to get beat.
This is a team that went 40, 50 years without winning.
We don't want to get beat by the play-in number 8 seed, but we don't want to get gentlemen swept by. So, there is a little bit of a level to it because they did get beat in 5. So maybe you can creep into the failure.
But my thing is, Giannis also missed a few games and missed most of another one.
He missed 2 games.
Bro,
they won one of them.
And he missed most of that other one.
So
what, game 1?
Yes, he missed most of that game.
So yeah, man.
Okay,
You know,
okay,
I'm going to say disappointing, especially with the injury, because I forgot about the injury. So
I can't completely say that. Like,
I would say disappointment, not failure.
Like, we are accustomed to, like, us as Laker fans, we're accustomed to expecting to make the playoffs and make the finals every single year. It's just like with the Yankees. They have 27 world championships. So Yankee fans are spoiled. Laker fans are spoiled. Celtic fans are spoiled. Hell, even Patriot fans are spoiled to a bit after having that run that they had. Hell, now it's the Chief fans who are spoiled. They expect to make the Super Bowl every year.
Go to state.
Every year. Mm-hmm. Oh, crap. This just in. Joel Embiid is out for game 1 and optimistic for game 2.
He always
that ain't just in, nigga. Embiid.
No, nobody cares, man. He always hurts. Fraud alert.
I'm also go this route.
Hey,
y'all gonna be
Kawhi
mad.
Leonard is the definition, the picture photograph definition of fraud.
Yeah, we'll get that.
Y'all might be mad at this, but I'm gonna say it. I think 21 was an effing fluke. I still respect the 50 piece in game 6, but niggas be talking about our spit being Mickey Mouse, but we ain't talking about how everybody got hurt in them playoffs and how during the season there was a bunch of people missing based on COVID and illness this, illness that, and all that. And that's the year that he went and got one. When the playoffs was all left up, the season was all left up. But prior to that, this nigga had a wall. This nigga couldn't get past that wall. He was considered a playoff choker and all that spit. And the nigga ain't one spit since.
No, we not. We not gonna do that.
So I'm finna die on this effing hill until I see otherwise. That spit was an effing fluke. That was one of the weirdest seasons that we've seen in NBA history as far as seedings and playoff injuries to major stars every round. And I'm convinced until I see otherwise.
Okay, so
I'm sick of calling this nigga the best player in the league, and then this nigga got spit like this going on.
So that means we need to go to fluke then, because every championship has these asterisks that y'all want to put on shit. So let's do that.
I mean, they doing it to us though. 2020 gets called Mickey Mouse. I ain't never heard 21 referred to that, and that season was just as effed up.
Here's the thing, man.
Just as many people as they are saying it's Mickey Mouse, you have people on Twitter saying that was the most pure basketball being played because all they had to do was worry about getting buckets.
That's in the minority. I have seen that, but that's definitely in the minority.
Nigga, I can show you a tweet with thousands of retweets and likes on that bitch, just like one with Mickey Mouse on it.
But how many of those is quotes saying, like, you know what I'm saying, Laker fans coping or something like that?
Hey, just like with the bubble, just like 21, the championship trophy was being given out. Somebody had to win that motherfucker. So he closed it out with the 50-point game.
And I won't take that from him at all. Like he still went and did that. That's also one of the greatest performances I ever seen.
Championship, anything, it should be recognized.
But if we all consensusly calling you the best player in the league, man, you can't go and get us one.
Okay, you won a 16-team tournament with pros in it. So yeah, you won a championship.
Okay, so first tweet here. Literally before the Lakers won in the bubble, people were saying this is pure hoops, no fans, no traveling, no distractions, just basketball. Then all of us switched to Mickey Mouse ring as soon as people realized LeBron was getting his 4th ring. 1,000 retweets with only 46 quotes.
Niggas was in there blowing 3-1 leads, and they called that Mickey Mouse basketball.
You can literally argue the bubble was the hardest championship in NBA history. It was strictly about basketball because you had nothing else to do. Not shocking that Jimmy Butler and LeBron lasted it out while many just wanted to go home. 4,000, almost 5,000 retweets with only 336 quotes with 29,000 likes. Bro, there just as many people say, like they said, it literally switched once the Lakers won the championship.
Yeah.
That's when it switched. That's the only reason it switched.
I ain't gonna lie. In one of my group chats, niggas was ready because they all hate the Lakers, and they was all ready to say, like, oh yeah, if the Lakers win, this split don't count. We already ready for our narrative.
Yeah, like I'm just like, yeah,
of course.
Bullshit narrative, bro. Like I'm not gonna sit up here and say the bubble wasn't hard to be in or nothing like that. But I ain't gonna lie, bro.
But everybody was the same circumstances.
Exactly. And then on top of that, bro, you out there at a Disney resort, bro. It ain't like you was cooped up in, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you could still walk around the bubble.
Did you see that plate, like that kind of looked like jail food that Daniel House had posted? And they was like, wild. Ain't no way LeBron eating this, right?
Yeah, I was like, that was wild. There's no way. I know LeBron had brought his chef in or whatever. Hey, bro, you got to stay here for like a month or something, whatever it was. But yeah, no.
And I remember specifically asking my cousin that 21 season. I was like, bro, how has this been with like niggas in and out every other game and the, you know what I'm saying, one little thing, somebody out for 2 weeks, and like how is that split? And he was like, man, this, you know, he's like, man, it's whatever. That's been better than that effing bubble. I was the first thing that nigga went to.
Oh damn!
I was like, must have really been terrible.
I mean, because it is hard playing like that, being away from your family and stuff until they finally.
I remember we partied with him before they went to the bubble.
Yeah. So
during the lockdown.
All right, next we're gonna go Phoenix and Clippers.
So something's got to get.
Something's got to get.
Fraud alert.
I don't know what Ty Lue talking about some. Well, we haven't lost the series with both of them healthy, bro. When the last time have both of them been healthy?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, bro,
that's a great.
It seems like they're always hurt.
Matter of fact, the last time both of them was healthy was in the bubble, and them niggas blew a 3-1 lead. That's the last time I remember.
So, Ty Lue, two things could be true, man. You know, it could be a fraud alert, and y'all could not have lost with both of them.
But to be fair to Ty Lue, I feel like even if just Kawhi was healthy, I feel like Clippers win that series. Even without PG, because that nigga was giving them major.
But he had said it was going 7 with Kawhi, just Kawhi, and maybe Phoenix was still gonna win, but without him, they didn't have a chance.
Yeah, not a shot in hell. And Westbrook was still giving them a tight fight.
Mm-hmm.
He always gets hurt, man. I can't rock with dudes that always get hurt at the point when.
And it just seems
I mean, if he's really hurt.
And it just seems like every time the postseason comes, it's like Paul George right on the headlines, injured, out with, and it's like, dude, you guys have to collect. You guys got to figure something out. Like you said, I'm not saying the injuries aren't legitimate, but Jesus, every fucking year every year. It seems like.
Let me ask y'all something. Do y'all blow it up this summer?
Oh yeah. That bro, you
100%.
Bro, you have no picks, no nothing. Until like
that's even more reason to not blow it up though, right?
What? You better get what you can for Paul George. You better get you better fix.
That nigga gonna call Sam Presti back like, hey man, let me holler at you one time.
You would have taken back just to half the picks back. But OKC so far, like I said, they've won that trade. They won that trade
by far.
You can't move into a shiny new building with
yeah. That's another thing people was bringing up. Point.
They do finally get their own arena soon.
They got to figure this shit out. They can't, they can't move in there with no.
They gotta pay for that.
Yeah, but like what Wright said though is true. Like, when's the last time we've seen Kawhi play 60 games in a season? Does that mean team?
Look it up.
That guy, yeah.
He never did that shit.
But does that mean that are y'all done with Kawhi then? Like as a player?
Yes, I am.
But bro, he hasn't played 60 games in a season since he was on the Raptors, and he played exactly 60.
I'm done.
And it's crazy because Toronto, like I think this series with Phoenix before he got hurt, he kind of was showing me like, damn, like you're better off in one of those type of scenarios where you're the guy and you just got like great role players around you. But for some reason, he keep trying to make this super team thing, and it seems like it worked better for him when it was just him as the guy, with others around him. And
look,
that's the best basketball we ever seen him play in 2019.
He sucks you in because when he's out there, man,
he's the best player in the league.
Period.
Yeah, he's in that echelon. Like, bro, you have to make an argument that when he is on the floor, when he's in his mode playing, bro, he is
nobody's effing with that man.
No question about it. But he cannot stay on the floor. He's not on the floor.
I say all the time, even though I be trolling Embiid, I say this with all players, bro. Availability is the best ability, and I'm sorry, why just has not been available. Go ahead, Rex.
Quote, it was a New York Jets assistant coach, Dennis Thurman, the former USC Trojan and Dallas Cowboy. He told a young dude on Hard Knocks back in the day, being hurt is just like not being here, man.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, but like Andre said, bro, you're always hurt, bro. Like, and we're not saying that the injuries aren't legitimate or whatever may have you, but
I can't keep going to the people and vouching for you and telling them how good you are when you're never here, bro. You never play.
Yeah,
so, I think Pop was the best kind of coach for him, and that's why he got the hell up out of there. Even though Pop kind of started that whole module, and that's what he derives from. But I think Kawhi took it to a whole nother level.
But what I'm saying, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hold on. So even let's look this up. So let's see. Tim Duncan stats. This mother was like what, 100 years old. Even in his last years, Tim Duncan still playing 60 games, bro. In 2012, 69, 2013, 74, 2014, 67, 2015, 2016, 61. So it wasn't like,
and Kawhi barely touching 30, acting like this.
That's like, I'm just saying, it's just like, bro, you take what Pop was doing was load management, bro. What you doing is just like, bro, I don't know what you got going on, bro.
You're on a whole different level from what Pop was doing.
When Pop really
that nigga took that spit way too literal.
That's what I'm saying.
Here, he took it up here.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's the Clippers for allowing him to be on that type of time. Like, okay, because they wanted him so bad. They're like, okay, well, we could tolerate this as long as we end up getting a championship. But it's preventing you from getting a championship. You literally taking the regular season for granted, like 100%. Like, you ain't building no chemistry.
At this point, right now in the broadcast, we are taking up too much time on this guy. He don't play enough for us to be talking about him this long.
This much.
That's fair.
So,
this is
still a player who got 2 championships and 2 final MVPs.
I don't care, bro. I don't care. What have you done for me lately? That's what we always say.
So y'all sound like y'all with Stephen A. Just hang it up.
I don't even know what he said. Hey, man.
The way he's going with this injury
said that, but man.
The way he's going with this injury route, who knows? It might be.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You constantly getting hurt, bro. Like, I'm sorry. It's the same thing with Tua.
Let's go get a second opinion.
Always getting hurt.
Don't tell any of them what to do with, as far as the money goes. So if they can convince somebody to keep paying them, then keep taking the money. But yeah, bro, you might look at that seriously. Like, hey, should I just, all the rehabbing and then getting hurt again
and then sometimes not even being hurt, just saying like, look, I just need the night off tonight because
like Andrew Luck,
this is a part of my.
Andrew Luck kept getting hurt. He said he still loved the game of football, but he hated constantly getting hurt, going to rehab, having to go through this intense rehab and trying to get ready for the season just to get hurt again. So maybe you might want to look at
the fans stop disappointing the fans.
I'm not sitting up here saying like, bro, he ain't got no life or nothing like that, or he's not exactly hurt, but bro, I don't know what else to say.
So
if he was gonna be getting hurt like this, he should have just came to the Lakers with LeBron them, man. And just been the third guy. And then we could afford to let him get hurt a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But he wanted to go be the guy. And as the guy, and this is my last sentence about this guy. As the guy, you can't be getting hurt all the time like that and taking games off. I'm done. Look, I'll talk about Phoenix's performance if you want to.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, so D and Dre specifically on this one. Was I the only one that picked the Clips in this series? Do y'all remember?
I said 7 games Phoenix.
Yeah, damn well I had Phoenix too, but in 7.
Okay,
and that was
so I was the only one then. Isaiah, I know it's easy to say now, but who did you have coming out of this series with what you knew at the time?
I expected Paul George and Kawhi to be healthy, so I expected it to go to 6.
Well, you shouldn't have expected PG. They announced that already.
Well,
he was out.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, excuse me.
He got hurt in the regular season.
My bad. I expected Kawhi to be on
Right.
the court, and with Kawhi, bro, you have a chance, bro. For
Yeah.
it don't
You
matter.
always have a puncher's chance with that,
bro.
man.
You're gonna figure out a way to hoop, and I expect him to play. You know what I'm saying?
And D, I know you wanted to move off this, but that's probably what makes us so mad that we got a taste of it in them first couple games, and then
so
Hey,
right
I
back
was
to the-
joking.
especially after that first game, I was like, okay, I don't know. I mean, because Kawhi just went off, and then Devin Booker kind of stepped up later on as the series went on.
when everybody was gone, but yeah.
In just
But
that
still,
There
series,
you go. There you go. You can't give Book his credit.
come on,
You can't give Book his credit. I was
Come on.
wondering what you was gonna say.
Hold on.
Wait, hold on. Let me say this though.
I slander Book more than
Booker has still been the second best player in the playoffs so far.
and
Is that
and
nice
just
enough?
this-
That
That's
I give him
To
that
Jimmy, right?
That's
after
fair.
Jimmy, of course.
That's fair.
Okay.
I'll take that.
And in just this series, that series alone in the first round, he was shooting 60%, averaging 36.3 in points per game.
God
In
damn.
just the series alone. And in their closeout game, he dropped 47, 10, and 8, 19 to 27 from the field, 4-7 from deep. Of course, he added it. Kevin Durant added 31 on 10 and 19 from the field. I mean, they were
For the
they were
series?
clicking late.
That's a lot to deal with.
Oh no, for the series, that's what Booker was averaging.
No, I'm
But,
saying
like,
did KD average 31 for the series?
No, I don't think so. I think
no,
28 or something like that. Hold on.
29.1.
Only
Yeah, okay.
I just seen a stat that
only
KD
28.
I just seen a stat that KD is has the fourth highest scoring average in playoff history or something like that.
Yeah, he only had 28 average.
Only 20.
He said calmly.
My bad. It's
No, I'm saying. I'm
No,
just
that's
saying
what
that's
you
the
think you
ridiculousness of KD.
That nigga
though.
said only
That's the-
28.
I'm not even blaming you, Isaiah. I'm saying that's the ridiculousness of KD, though.
Yeah.
He didn't average 30. He only averaged 28. You know what I'm saying?
on the high 50%, by the way.
Now, oh man, I said I was gonna say he was not to be mentioned. Gets hurt even more than Durant does at this point, and Durant is a little fragile at this point in his career, and a lot older.
A little.
Anyway, man, so Phoenix looked good in closing out the Clips like they should have. As we tidy up, I guess we're gonna go back to the East and the Boston series. Because I know we're gonna say the best for last.
That wasn't where I was going next, but
So I know we're gonna say the best for last, Mike.
So let's
just like
go.
they do with the Rams in the draft, even though they ain't have no first round.
Yeah,
pick.
so let's go Cleveland and New York. This is another squad that.
Excuse me for a second here, Isaiah. Yeah, let's do this.
Oh goodness.
Let's do this. They did not give the Knicks a chance on this show a week ago.
Hey, by the way, D couldn't wait for this right here.
See, I've been studying for my finals and stuff, so I hadn't got a chance to watch last week's episode. But I'm gonna go back to it and watch. And I believe
Man, he was trying to tell us, man.
I tried to tell you, brother. I don't know about that kid Evan Mobley just yet. He's working his way there, but
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. It was a wild card. I didn't know what to expect, but I gave him the benefit of the doubt that he would be ready. Like, you know, I know this is another series, but man, like you seen Fox first time, that nigga turned up.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? I thought Mobley was gonna turn up.
Put some respect on the Knicks name. You too, Dre. You didn't give him a chance.
I had him. I did. Yep.
Can this be more so? Hold on. Could this be more so of Cleveland's talent not playing up to the talent that they are?
No, we're not doing that.
Garland had one good game all series.
One.
Mitchell reverted at the tail end.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
Mobley wasn't.
Last time? No, what did I tell you last time?
Look, hold on, Isaiah, you can speak to this because we had a conversation about this last year on this exact podcast.
Yeah,
we both said we were done with Mitchell, but he fooled me again. Okay,
I told y'all
he fooled me again. I had faith. I said this is the best talent he's ever been with. You could argue, and I felt like you have it set up perfectly for you. You got everything you need.
I told y'all last year.
Isaiah and Ragu, listen to me. If you look on paper, look at Cleveland starting 5 and Nick starting 5, and you go position by position. Cleveland had them beat at every effing position. There's no excuse for losing that.
That's why it's not a paper game; it's a basketball game. and also,
usually in the NBA it is though. Usually it is.
No,
listen,
bro.
Listen, JC, you gonna stop the picking and choosing which guys and teams you gonna be hard on. So you just shitted on Giannis on here. You feel me? A man that was injured.
Get his ass Ragu. Get his ass Ragu.
And then now here you making every excuse in the book for Donovan Mitchell and the other all-stars and good players they had on their team.
Them young niggas weren't ready, man.
With the record that they had in the league. So and their seeding, which you love to talk about, what seed they were. So
I mean, 4 and 5 is pretty even if we being fair.
I told you.
It is. So you guys, look, did nobody tell you in a 4 or 5 game series? Did nobody tell y'all to jump on that one side like that? Y'all did that.
So listen to this. Listen to this. Since that,
here we go with the stats guy.
We finna do this. I told you. Every year,
you wasn't even here last week, nigga. Why you speaking on this?
I don't care. I'm finna get this out. I told you since that bubble year when he averaged 36 in the bubble on 50%, he's regressed. He did regress to 32 that next year, so it was still looking good. That next year, right after that, last season, he regressed all from 32 to 25 points a game.
To the same nigga, by the way, Jalen Brunson.
Exactly, and then regressed again. 23 points on 43% shooting. And he took 20 shots per game to get that 23, bro. I told you last year that it wasn't just Gobert's fault. That Donovan Mitchell has some blame in this shit too. They used to always blame Gobert. It was only Gobert.
But remember, I was with you though. I got fooled this season. You know what I'm saying? The nigga had the 71-point game.
Yeah.
Like I said, Mobley was emerging. Garland's like the best point guard he's ever had. Like Jared Allen was, has been one of the best bigs this year. Like Karis LeVert is one of the best quote unquote bench players in the league. So it's like, I don't know. Like it looked like it was all there for him. And the Knicks haven't really struck me as like a real threat all season. They was just kind of there. Randall was the bum that I thought he was going to be, but they won in spite of that. So,
still the disrespect. The disrespect still. Wow. Still the disrespect continues.
No, Randall deserves the disrespect. Everybody else did their damn job, but Randall didn't do shit. Y'all can go look at the numbers on that. I think I sent something to Dre about that shit.
Yeah, I'm going to say right now. That shit was horrifying.
Everyone averaged 14 on 33%. I can't defend that. Bro,
in the regular season, Randall went 25.1, in the playoffs 14.8.
He proved my point beautifully.
Here's the shit that trips me out. His free throw percentage was 75.7. It dropped 64.3, and then 3-point percentage was 34, and it dropped to 25.
So if you're wondering why I thought the Knicks was going to be fraudulent, it was because of the guy who appeared to be their best player all year. I didn't know Jalen was going to turn up like that. I didn't see that coming. So
saw it last playoffs.
And Mitchell Robinson, who's been kind of streaky throughout his career, he played great defensively this series in protecting that rim and rebounding. So
this goes to show that
Josh Hart also great pickup for them. That was another X factor they had, was Josh Hart, who's always been my guy.
I ain't gonna lie, this proves that the Mavs should have ran it back with Jalen Brunson.
I'm not gonna necessarily say that, but
they should have ran it back with Jalen Brunson. I don't care what you all about. They should have ran it back.
They're in the playoffs, winning games, and we're the Mavs.
He took a lot of pressure off of Luka handling the ball. He took, and with his scoring ability, Jalen Brunson has been absolutely.
But nobody in their right mind. If you got the chance to say, first of all, like Ragu just said a couple weeks ago, anybody who didn't have that energy during that time shouldn't be saying it now. That's one. And for two, there's nobody on this podcast, even right now, who's taking Jalen Brunson over Kyrie Irving.
But
Kyrie Irving does all those same things you mentioned about Jalen Brunson on a much higher level.
I get what you're saying, but were they thinking about trading for Kyrie in that offseason? No, they did that as a last.
But Cuban was thinking like, I'll try to go after somebody else at a certain point. Now, was it going to be Kyrie? He might have been on the list, but it was probably a multitude of players who were probably better than Jalen Brunson if you go in player for player.
Once again, Kyrie is an afterthought after seeing them underperform this season and seeing that Luka needed some help and that he was back in the same position that he was when they first started.
Necessarily, because when Luka didn't play, Kyrie was winning the game.
Nigga, once again, I'm talking about before Kyrie got there, before the trade.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm talking
about. And the nigga
about.
was averaging 40 and all that, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes, they was back in the same position that they had started out in. They didn't even like.
But I think he was willing to temporarily take that rather than pay Jalen. I think he probably would have to give him what, like 110 or something crazy.
And it came to bite him in the ass. Now they got to convince Kyrie to stay in Dallas
and reshake that whole roster.
Exactly.
Yep. You have to get Kyrie to stay. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't care what niggas talking about fit. They better figure it out.
Exactly, absolutely.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be an NBA preview show or free agency show, but enough of talking about the guys that aren't in the playoffs anymore.
Well, y'all wanted to bring up Jalen Brunson. I still think he's being overhyped right now, personally. But, good series, though.
Well, you are a hater. Boy, you hate me.
I'm just saying, when you the only guard on the team, nigga, who else going to get the numbers? You the only guard there.
Your name, the Buck Nasty.
Quickly's a bum. Grimes is a bum. Like who else? You act like there's some real competition for guards there. His numbers in Dallas that's him right there.
Yeah, okay.
Now, if he wins this Miami series with Butler, I would be greatly surprised.
Mm-hmm.
With Butler, make sure there's emphasis on that.
You'll come with some excuse.
He already making an excuse right now.
If Butler ain't there, then of course they should steamroll him.
Butler's playing with some bums. Butler's playing with some bums. Them niggas suck. Oh, yeah, I can't wait to see that.
If I will full blown give that to Brunson. I'm saying that right here. Y'all can record this clip, whatever. I'm saying it right here. I will give that to Brunson on some real spit of him being that nigga if he gets these niggas out of here with Butler.
Oh, so what? So if he takes him to 7, he can't get no respect.
No, you gotta win, man.
Oh, wow.
You gotta win. What you mean? You got participation trophies
wow.
over here.
Wow.
That. But we ain't on second round yet. Let's move on. Let's go Boston, Atlanta. I don't appreciate you coming all in my inbox, hooting, hollering, and talking all that spit when y'all got out of there by the skin of y'all teeth.
No. Go ahead and do it. No. Go ahead and do it because I remember during the NFL playoffs, you was all up in my inbox when Trevor went down 27-0, and then you got real quiet when my boy came back. So talk your spit, Andre. Go ahead. I got you.
No, and the crazy thing is don't get me wrong. Ice Trey gave me a little scare, especially with that clinching 3-pointer. But after that,
that was cold. That was no pun intended. That was some cold.
Yeah,
spit.
the way he did that. But I just wanted to make sure that you know, JC, that there ain't nothing stopping Boston this year. I just don't want to run into Miami.
I mean, y'all might get a little love, if, you know what I'm saying, if Embiid don't get right. You know what I'm saying?
No, ain't nobody gonna hear that.
I do think this is a free game. So, but I tell you this though, y'all better not lose.
Free game.
Y'all better not lose game one.
Andre,
if y'all lose game one and Embiid come back, this fit over
a
with.
Free game.
Yeah, get out of here. Embiid was out there flopping up. No. Matter of fact, after this series, bring up your boy Embiid series so I can slander him since you don't want to. Go ahead. Yeah.
I mean, they must have talked about with this series, right? Y'all have any thoughts on this one or
not much?
Any takeaways?
No. What?
Oh yeah, I got one that I need to clear out.
Hold on, Ragu. No respect for Trey. You talk about me not respecting niggas. No respect for what Trey just did.
Dude,
in the loss,
what did he? What did he
Come
do?
this season of failure. They did good.
Of course not. They was undermatched.
They did good. They lost to the defending Eastern champion. So, you know, they can hold their heads high because they played well. They got some shit they got to work out and come back. So I ain't mad at Atlanta.
And they was talking before the playoff series. They was talking about possibly moving on from Trey this summer.
Yeah, I heard rumors about that too.
You know,
that boy had a point to prove, I guess.
I mean, to me, he's still got to take. What will I say? How can I put this?
I mean, you've always been firm on calling him overrated.
Yeah, I'm saying, bro, he's got to take smarter shots. I get that he's a volume shooter, and that usually volume shooters.
He's like you take the good with the bad with niggas like that.
Sometimes it gets really bad, and like the shots are just like even that shot was ballsy. I mean, bro,
and I was kind of far too. I was like, damn, you ain't gonna get a little closer than that.
But I mean, yeah. So like, if you look at his point production, yeah, it looks really good. But then you realize, okay, but he took 28 shots to get 30 in the first game. He scored 38, but took 33 shots to get that. The best game that he had of the series really there was game 4, where he scored 32 on 22 shots. You know what I'm saying? So like
he went off game 3 as well, right? Or am I tripping?
Yeah, okay, my bad. I missed game 3, but his percentage was around the same that it was in game 2. You know what I'm saying? 42%. And I'm not saying that's god awful. That's just absolutely terrible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially when you shoot like that, Nick, as much as he did.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he necessarily has to turn the volume down, but the shot selection has to be a little bit better for me.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And real quick, I just want to get in there for this series alone against Philly. Boston has to limit turnovers. I can't stress that shit enough. The turnovers
there yet, right?
No, I think he's just saying because of how bad it was in the first round.
Because it dates back to last year's NBA Finals. If the Celtics have 11 or more, they have 11 or more turnovers, they're losing. If they're 10 or under, then it's the probability to win. And they showed a little bit of that in the series, and they let their foot off the pedal a couple times in the second half. So
people don't realize, man. I've heard it a lot, especially like in the last 10 years. It's something I've always really heard, like with Kenny Smith, man. Like elimination games are absolutely the hardest games in basketball. To close out a team, that's the hardest game. So when you try to come in there with that attitude of like, okay, like, this should just be a breeze. We're gonna walk through here, and the other team over there fighting for their life, like that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? You get it scared. They was a couple possessions away from having a game 7, and it would have been ugly.
And then sometimes you give them the 40 they was asking for.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So yeah, let's talk about your boy. Come on, bring him up. Come on.
Who am I supposed to be?
Embiid, bring it up.
That wasn't where I was going next. But
No. That's where you're going now.
Such in a rush.
76ers Nets. That's what we're doing. I'm hijacking the show now. 76ers Nets.
Hold on. Give me a second.
You gotta look for it. I'm telling you what's happening. 76ers Nets.
That's another series that ain't much to talk about.
Oh, yes, there is. Yes, there is. You want to know why he's hurt?
Let's go, Brooklyn, Philly. Let's go.
You want to know why Embiid's hurt?
This was the first team to be eliminated from the playoffs, and you sitting here trying to go hard like it's something to say about Embiid. What do you have to say, sir?
Don't care. Yeah, so let's talk about it. Yeah, I've been waiting for this all week. So let's talk about it. Embiid was out there flopping like a flamingo, learning how to walk for the first time in that playoffs. He only played 3 games. The Bucko shot
only 3 games out of 4. Only 3 games.
I don't care. Should have played all of them.
Nigga, once you go up 3-0, you won the series.
Bucko shot 46% from the field, fraud. 12% from 3, fraud. And then he averaged more turnovers than he did assists.
How many points and rebounds he averaged? Why are you leaving that up?
20 points, 11 rebounds. Whoop-de-doo. You know what I was expecting from your boy this playoff series? What Shaq say? 30 and 15.
Nigga is Brooklyn.
Then he should have averaged 30 and 15. That's my whole point.
And they swept him.
He's saving that for these niggas.
He was out there getting pushed.
He's saving that for these niggas right here.
Hell no.
Hold on, Andre. Did you see him flop against Royce O'Neal, who he has damn near 60?
Bro, why are you talking about flopping like all these players don't be doing that?
No. It got crazy. It got crazy during that. It got crazy. Come on now. He was flopping around kicking people and shit. It don't make no sense. He should have averaged 30 and 15 on 60% out there. This man shooting 46% from the field.
Nigga, what's the last player to average that?
I don't care.
With me, Isaiah.
I don't care.
Stop playing with me, Isaiah. Nigga made up some number that don't know.
He did it during the season. Did he not?
Not on 60%, nigga.
Step it up during the playoffs. How the hell you averaging 5 turnovers and you ain't in the primary ball handler like that? Huh?
First team to advance.
Answer the question.
And this man got smoked.
Yeah, that's just.
But y'all got a problem with slandering
No, stop. That's because your cousin out there defending his ass off, playing good basketball. That's because he got James Harden, the league leader in assists, and one of the best benches in the NBA. That's why. Not because of his performance. That's why.
Not because of his performance.
No, stop.
So they win without him?
Stop.
So they win without him?
It's my turn. Like I said, shout out DeAnthony Melton for balling like that. How about them apples?
So they win without him is what you saying?
Yes, that series. Wow. Yes,
that's deep.
I'm so sick and tired of it, bro. That flopping really disgusted me, bro. I wanted to see him enforce his will that series.
This nigga is so mad about flopping, but you're a LeBron fan.
No, stop.
You're a LeBron fan, bro. Stop talking to me about flopping.
I ain't hearing that. La. I ain't hearing that. Like I said, I wanted to see him impose his will on them boys and put the league on notice that this season.
Didn't he have a 2020 game? How was that not imposing your will?
Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Stop. Okay?
Yeah, he had a 2020 game after I was talking spit at that. We was just talking about how, like, nigga, how you only get 5 rebounds against Nick Claxton. We was just talking about that. Then he went out there and got a 2020 either that same day or the next day. You remember that, D?
The next day.
I don't care. And it was in 2020. It was 20 and 19.
Oh,
2019.
do you hear this guy?
Yeah, I'm gonna be real hard on this guy. You want to be hard on everybody else.
2019 and 7
with 8 turnovers. How do you get 8 turnovers as a center?
I mean, when you got 7 assists and you got the ball as much as you do, yeah. I mean, you're gonna get turnovers.
Man, stop. You act like he handling the ball like he Jokic. No.
He was that game, clearly.
No, he wasn't.
He was that game.
He was kicking it out from being double teamed. Want to rewrite history.
So Philly did their job. We can move on from this, right?
Yeah.
Nothing to talk about here.
Yeah.
Brooklyn shouldn't have been in the playoffs in the first damn place.
He play like that against Boston, they going home.
I agree. But did not say that. I said that nigga needs to come into the playoffs. I said he needs to come into that playoffs with that same energy he had when he was so desperate and thirsty to get an MVP. He needs to come into the finals that same exact way and keep that same energy. I said that at the top of the playoff.
Okay, but that's my whole point. That's what I'm saying. This series was a disappointing series for me, even though that they won on an individual standpoint for Embiid. That's all I'm saying. He should have been.
I'm just not judging that too harshly on Brooklyn, a team that shouldn't even been there in the first place.
Whatever.
Y'all are done with this, right?
Yeah, now I'm done.
So who else Denver, Minnesota.
Phoenix and Denver.
Now let's talk about your boy. You've been talking all this, but he ain't never had no help. He ain't never had help. Now he got Murray dropping 30 and 40 left and right.
Good job.
So do we got help now? So if he loses, do he got help now?
Keep it up.
Got help now.
What did I say? Hold on.
So if a nigga ain't averaging 30 and 40, he don't got enough help.
I said, matter of fact, before the playoffs, I said anything less than the conference finals is a disappointment.
No, you said finals, nigga. Don't change it now.
No, I said conference finals. I said conference finals.
Hey, I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling it up and sending it to you. I am pulling it up and sending it to you. We're going to see. I'm doing a side by side, nigga. Because you said finals.
Conference finals is a disappointment.
That nigga for sure said finals. I'm pulling that up.
Okay, pull up.
They got all the help in the world. Now this nigga holding up the conference finals.
All the help
in the world. Out of here.
That's crazy.
That boy Jamal Murray out there, he doing way better than James Harden did so far. He did way better. Why you ain't talking about that?
Finally,
the last time he was in the playoffs, didn't he average 40 in the first round?
Once again, y'all bring up
the
that
last time he was in the playoffs.
Y'all bring up that. What about the other 2 rounds? What did he do the other 2 rounds?
That's the last time he was in the playoffs.
Talk to me, JC. What did he do the other 2 rounds?
That is the last time he was in the playoffs.
Okay. I'm about to.
What else did he do? He caused 2 teams to blow a 3-1 lead. That's what he did.
Oh my gosh.
He was a part of that.
Oh my gosh.
That's what else he did, nigga.
Oh my gosh. Here we go.
These niggas want Jokic to have the 07 Cavs so bad.
No, stop.
They want Jokic to be the 01 Sixers so bad.
Stop the cap.
He don't got that,
Stop
nigga.
the cap.
He don't got that. He got plenty of help, nigga.
Okay. So that very next series that you claim that he did all this work in, yeah, that last game he showed up. In the other wins when they were coming back from 3-1, he put up he was one of the reasons they were down 3-1. Matter of fact, he put up 12 points in the first game. In the third game, 14. In the fourth game, 18.
And he got him out of it, nigga. So what?
Now it's so what? Stop. I need him to play like this. I'm not saying he got to average 30 consistently, but you can't be having these games where you getting 12 and 14 points as the second best player on the team, bro. That's all I'm saying. That's all right now.
But James Harden does it, and you act like he's just the second coming greatest thing Embiid ever had.
I said during
James Harden do the same swing.
Bro, did I not just say that he has one of the better benches in the NBA? Did I not just give your cousin DeAnthony Melton flowers for coming off the bench and being one of the best defensive guards this season? Did I not?
So Denver don't got a bench? Denver don't got a bench?
What happens when Jokic and Murray go out that game?
What are you talking about? Anybody superstar going out the game, it ain't gonna be the same. That's any team.
Nigga.
That's any team, nigga.
Boy, you need to fucking quit. You need to fucking.
The bench is just supposed to sustain until niggas get back. That's it.
Yeah, they wasn't
or not let it get out of hand. That's their job.
They wasn't sustaining shit. That's my point.
They won in 5, didn't they? Oh, okay.
Murray and Jokic. Because of Murray and Jokic.
Didn't Michael Porter single-handedly close them niggas out that last game? Oh, okay.
I got you. I got you.
Look, he gonna find the worst games MPJ had.
No. I got you.
So let's see. We went
Porter.
We went Phoenix. We went Milwaukee.
11-3-2 on 5-9.
So you said Michael Porter. You said Michael Porter single-handedly got him out of there, right? That's a claim you want to make, right?
In one of the games, yes.
In one of the games. So what did he do in the closeout game, JC?
Scored 11.
No, he didn't. No, that was last night. What I mean,
I'm looking at a different game.
He scored 8 points on 30%.
That's not the one I'm talking about there.
You're talking about game 3 when he scored 25. So
yeah, that was the game.
Yeah, good job. Trying to make this nigga be consistently dropping 25 and some shit. Boring bum ass.
I'm saying that nigga don't got the 07 Cavs. That's what I'm saying.
I never said he had the 07
Yes, you
Cavs.
do. Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
That's what you act like, nigga.
Nigga, I said
what you act like.
No, stop.
You got an excuse for every time he lost in the playoffs.
No, stop. Because what I said was they need to perform on a consistent basis once they get to the playoffs. His supporting cast. That's what I said. I never said they was the 07 Cavs, but last year, depending on Aaron Gordon as your next best thing was no. You know full freaking well Aaron Gordon wasn't like that, bro. Come on now. Last year was closer to the 07 Cavs, but still, no. I said they just have to perform on a consistent basis. That's it.
All right, we only got 2 series left, right?
I think so. Let me see.
Let's go Golden State and Shaq. By far the best series of the first round.
Yeah.
That was Sacramento came on some like, nigga, we ain't just happy to be here type spit and honored to play the defending champs. Nigga, we finna go get this. And I respect that.
A lot of ups too to De'Aaron Fox, who did his thing, but at the end of the day, it came down to me what it felt like was experience. The turnovers, the costly turnovers, the untimed shots,
and Steph coming out in Game 7 showing 50. Nigga, there's levels to this shit, and ain't nobody on your team on that level.
And Golden State, that's crazy. They haven't been eliminated in the first round since the 2014 Clippers did it to them. That's crazy.
Damn, that is wild. I didn't even think about that. And this is also the lowest seed I think they've had since that year when Mark Jackson had them.
Mm-hmm. They were
a 6 seed that year.
6 seed, yeah.
I think that's the lowest. This is the lowest that they've been since then.
Yeah.
What's your takeaways from this one? I'm sure it's a lot to,
I think it was a great series. A little bit disappointing yesterday in the 20-point win by Golden State.
Did you want Shaq to get that?
Mike Brown starting the Davis kid or playing the Davis kid over the Mitchell kid hurt. That's why Steph got 50. Davis.
Yeah. That's another shout out. Davion Mitchell, man. He did an amazing job throughout the series. It's for making it a little bit tougher.
Yeah, the young guy hit some threes that Davis, but he was nowhere near the defender that Mitchell was on Steph, so that I think that kind of hurt him. And I wanted to start it off wanting to play Sacramento, but as the series progressed and Golden State came back like they did, I was like, yeah, well, being a Laker fan, let's get it on with the champs.
And Kevin Looney emerged this series for sure to show his of what he's supposed to be for they future big without Dre. Because I doubt he'll be here next season.
He was a rebounding machine in their closeout game.
The whole series.
Yeah, like 3 or 4.
I was shocked.
I mean, he did. He had 21 rebounds last night.
Yeah, since Dwight Howard did what he did like back in like 08 or 09, whenever that was, he had like 20 rebounds in like 4 playoff games, I believe it was. That's insane.
I think they're going to be a little bit more comfortable with letting Dre walk this summer. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
There's still going to be that hesitance because of who he is, but
and what he brought to you.
Yeah, he had 3 games with 20 rebounds or more, and for the series, he averaged 15 rebounds.
What did Draymond?
He was just playing smart basketball.
What's Draymond Green's averages for the series?
Probably a triple single.
Out of here with this guy. I had enough with him too. Enough for him too.
Did y'all see the clip of him trying to dap up Jordan Poole at the end of the series and nigga wasn't effing with him?
Oh,
yeah, he literally pushed him away. Like, I'm cool.
He averaged 9.5 points, 6.2 rebounds with 8 assists.
But Jordan Poole didn't. I don't feel he played like how he. Like, he didn't got a little comfortable since he got that check.
I told you,
Poole is supposed to be. We were thinking of Poole like when Steph is gone, this is supposed to be the guy. He's not going to be Steph, but this is who we're gonna. This is going to be the number one guy for our team.
Way too streaky.
These performances ain't cutting it.
Way too streaky to be that.
I didn't think that. I never thought that about him. So.
I thought that the way he played in the playoffs last year, I felt like he could be that next coming.
He averaged more than Draymond. I bet you did. No cap. No, I ain't even trying
to check that, Isaiah. Because he did have some underwhelming games. If he did, it's not by much. But last year, that Jordan Poole was different. But that's Jordan Poole that was finna get paid.
He was an animal in that playoffs.
He averaged what?
12 points on 33%.
I thought you said 20. I was about to say, I know good and damn well.
Oh, no.
So, 3 points more than him. And less minutes. I bet you. A lot less minutes.
Yeah, that's
fucking Draymond Green.
That is definitely not.
Play 5 less minutes per game.
Austin Reeves has been better.
Less minutes per game, 3 more points.
I said Reeves has been better in the playoffs than Jordan Poole.
Yes, absolutely. That's not even a question.
Somebody tried to tell me Reeves had a bad game. All right, we ain't even got to the Lakers yet. Just I'm away.
That's the last one, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. I'm fine in the West. It's the last one.
I will
Dylan Brooks.
I'm fine in the West Grizzlies.
I will give John this. At least he showed up to the presser. And he said, he said, "You know what? I'll take it because I said it. He'll take the backlash because he said what he
manned
said.
up."
And that's what I'm saying. That Dylan Brooks, that's coward spit right there. You want to run your mouth and do all that talking when you win, but then as soon as the tough get going and you talking about give me 40 and you get beat by 40, all of a sudden you don't want to talk to nobody.
And JC,
that's host spit.
And JC, I sent you that. I think I text you after he called LeBron old or whatever. I text you. I said I can't wait till next week's show. I just want to get this off my chest. Dylan Brooks, you need to learn how to shut the fuck up. You ain't shit. You will never be shit. What you need to do is man up and do what Ja did. This is exactly what he needs to do. The way it's looking right now, your ass is getting ready to go play overseas. You're disrespectful, and I think you owe the king, you owe LeBron an apology for coming at him like that.
He don't owe the late Smith. Thank you.
He'll be playing
thank you for turning us up like that.
He'll be playing for the Wong Tigers. Ni hao.
And by the way, I've always felt like Brooks was like the weak link that was supposed to be a part of their core.
Yes.
I've always felt like they not going. And I wasn't just saying this just because this is family, but he should not have been getting more minutes than Melton to me.
Ooh.
I definitely don't feel like, and they was treating him like he was really supposed to be, like they second guy, and he's not even. He's like fourth, fifth option on the team right now. Like,
yeah,
I don't know why they was believing in that nigga like that.
In that first playoffs,
like that.
In his first playoff appearance with Memphis, when I believe this is the one where Ja was out, he averaged 25.8 on 51%. So like, and shot 40% from three. So it wasn't crazy for them to think like after that season, yeah, okay, he might be our number two.
But after that, he was streaky every season that he.
I will say that. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what happened. It's crazy because coming out of Oregon, I like Dylan Brooks. I had liked this game, but I don't know what's going on. He has not been performing, bro. You can't go out there talking like that. And even though I joke around with the whole Pat Bev playing champ thing and everything like that, bro, you can't be talking like.
I didn't get you for that either, but you got it.
Nigga, I like to troll you because
no.
Anyway,
F that.
No, you got mad at me because I said he was a better fit than Westbrook, which he was. I didn't say he was a better player than Westbrook, but anyways, next.
And he wasn't even that, but go ahead.
He was a better fit.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like the young fella just got taught a lesson that you cannot just be out here running your mouth, man.
Yeah.
You ain't won nothing, actually. When you really think about it in the grand scheme of things, Memphis hasn't won anything.
And he did that after we was talking about that. If you remember, we was all literally having a conversation about that split. And then they go off and still like don't know when to stop.
Now, a kid that I did not hear a lot from as far as on the talking tip was Desmond Bain, and he really played his ass off.
I think he even ended up trying to say something. Didn't he, Jerry?
He ran his mouth.
I think he tried to say something too. I forgot the quote, but he tried to say something in one of them games.
Dylan Brooks got to him.
Rui Hachimura talking about so that's probably the best.
Yeah, that's what it was. He got on Hachimura after he gave him 30.
Well, Rui was out there getting buckets off the bench the whole season.
That's what it was. Yep. He was talking spit about Rui.
Man,
and I really hope the Grizzlies.
Desmond Bain balled though, so he could kind of talk. He balled.
Yeah, but Brooks didn't do spit.
Dylan Brooks, we was leaving him open and shit, letting him shoot threes and shit. He couldn't even,
hey, you ain't never lied.
And because you guys left him open, all he could come away was he came away with was 11 points in that closeout game. Like his shooting his shooting has been obliteratingly horrible. I don't know if that's a word or not, but they've just been
I'm not even going. All I gotta say for Memphis is just don't talk, man. Just play. And I have to get this point out. Earlier, I think we all agreed that it was Booker and Jimmy, or Jimmy and Booker, have been the top two performers in the playoff thus far.
Right.
I must say, if that is true, then Anthony Davis is definitely a strong candidate for the third best player in these playoffs so far. And I just want to shout out to Anthony Davis. But at the same time,
his defense has been great, but no, AD needs to step up too.
I don't want to be too I don't want to get too much into it about him right now, because I feel like if I do, he will end up getting hurt. So I'm not going to praise him too much. But
Steph Curry has undeniably been the third best player in these playoffs. No question.
I say it's Davis.
Definitely.
And I watched both series.
So what did you see from Dave? Like, he was playing great defense, but that's what you're supposed to be doing. But on the offensive end, he wasn't being as aggressive as he was supposed to be for us.
even the game where he only had like 12 or so, he played so great. His presence, man, on what they're able to do when he's in there versus when he goes out, man, is night and day, bro. I can't even like explain it in words, really. How huge he was for us. And yeah, you might be looking at the numbers and him scoring buckets or whatever, and he only had 30 like twice, but I love the defensive stuff, man. A lot of the superstar guys don't want to play D.
We don't win without it. I agree.
Like your boy Embiid, he don't be doing nothing on D. What is he?
Oh, no, you wildin'. Embiid definitely, he definitely be there on defense.
He ain't
didn't see
Davis.
The Brooklyn series when he was closing games out on defense the same way AD just was.
I mean, well, he was playing against Brooklyn. We was playing against the 2 seed.
I mean, you said he don't do it though. I'm just saying.
And he's supposed to be the MVP of the league anyway. So, you know, the MVP of the league playing against a bottom tier team like that, he's supposed to do that. Davis has not been in no MVP conversations. We at the bottom side of our bracket.
Whose fault is it?
I'm just saying, he's been the third best player in these playoffs over Steph Curry, in my opinion.
Definitely not.
Steph didn't really break out until Mike Brown put the weaker.
No, Steph was getting his numbers. He was just working for it. Steph was still putting up 30. What was you watching?
Hey man, 30. I mean, that's what he's been doing his whole career. 30 that's nothing. 30's nothing from Steph.
30 is nothing. But when we said only 28 for KD, you was like, damn, only 28. Steph is getting
They just went 7 with Sacramento, and he gave the little young guy 50 yesterday. That does not mean he's been better than Davis.
He's been getting 30 way before the 50. The 50 wasn't his only good game.
I stand by that.
He was getting 30 something a game,
and he's not even anything to speak of on defense. So I stand by what I say.
AD's been great defensively, but underwhelming
and on the boards and on the boards
most of the series
and on the boards. I know you like to see a lot of jump shots go up, and you know him.
It ain't about that. AD should clear cut be the best player on the team right now, and he's not. He needs to step up. We're not going to beat Golden State like that.
Who's not the best player on the team right now?
AD's not playing like the best player on the team. What are you talking about?
Who is?
LeBron.
Who?
LeBron is the best player on the team right now.
Are you serious, bro? LeBron is chilling right now, bro. LeBron is in chill mode right now. Davis is carrying us. The fuck are you talking about? You knew basketball.
So did you watch that game that LeBron carried us home over Dylan Brooks in overtime? Did you watch that game? When AD got the block to take us to overtime?
That was
LeBron
game.
that did that, nigga. What are you talking about? How is that not knowing basketball?
That was one game and that was one play. He didn't carry us to that point.
One play?
He didn't carry us to that point.
There's no way you watched that game. There's no way you watched that game.
Oh my God, man. Oh my God. Okay, man. I'm not even about to argue with you about the Lakers on this, man. I know LeBron has not been the best player on the team. You're on crack if you think that, or you've been watching something else. You got to watch the entire basketball game, bro.
AD come out there playing like that next series.
That's Darvin Ham, nigga.
And it's been more of a collective anyway. I forgot about the game 1 with Hamachi and Austin Reeves. They've all been playing great team basketball in general. So to be honest, it hasn't been no super one guy.
But none of that shit has been nothing without Davis.
Stop. What the hell did you just call Rui?
Whatever. I don't know. Whatever the nigga name is.
Hachimura. Hachimura. That's first off. They both would have claims to being considered the best player of the series. To me, I would possibly have to give the edge to Davis with his defensive play. He did have some underwhelming games there, but
man, he's supposed to be the effing best player on the effing team. He's supposed to be. He hasn't been, and this nigga acting like it ain't close. That's crazy. Who's not watching that series?
When you're getting triple teamed and collapsed on, you're not gonna get free and be able to score 30 every night. But you can play hard.
What superstar don't get double teamed and triple teamed? That happens to everybody.
But I'm saying the Lakers weren't hitting shots some of them games, so he wasn't getting no room. He couldn't even get the catch in the game where LeBron disappeared. He couldn't even get the catch because they were sagging on him.
One game? One game he disappeared.
The game, game 5. Game 5. That game.
I ain't gonna lie, Davis did disappear twice.
Okay, that was the one I was thinking about.
This series, Davis did disappear twice, though. That game 2 and that game 4 was really disgusting.
And I've said the whole time, even on my Facebook page during the games, AD has been incredible defensively. I was pumped up, but the nigga that was closing out our games offensively and doing his spit was LeBron.
But he's not carrying.
And I ain't no LeBron guy like that. So for you to even act like that,
might come
crazy.
at the end and do make a few little baskets or whatever.
Little baskets that literally just won us the series.
I can't say LeBron was carrying the team to victory.
I didn't say he was carrying. I think the whole team was doing their split. He definitely wasn't carrying. I said he's been the best player so far.
No, he hasn't.
No, I'd have to get an edge to AD, bro. Like, even though he's had some overwhelming games there offensively, I get what Ragu is saying. Like, he has been in chill.
I'm holding AD to a higher standard. You're not getting that from me until you play how the hell we know you can play.
You're picking and choosing who the fuck you're gonna say can play or not, bro. You can't pick and choose who you're gonna be hard on, man. You gotta stop doing that, bro.
Who am I picking and choosing with? Who am I picking and choosing with?
You just said you being hard on him. I'm holding him to a higher standard. You just said it.
Who am I picking and choosing with, though? You're naming AD.
I'm just saying, but like you said, you said LeBron,
you were holding him to a higher standard. I mean, you holding him to a higher standard to somebody. I'm not the one. Two players who
aren't supposed to be. I'm not gonna hold him to the same standard as Austin Reeves.
That's Austin Reeves.
How are you taking that statement?
We're not even talking about Austin Reeves. What does Austin Reeves got to do with it?
You just said I'm picking and choosing of the higher standard between players. Yes, I'm going to hold somebody who's supposed to be.
Players.
LeBron's supposed to be chilling right now. He's 38 years old. He's supposed to be chilling.
And that's what he's doing. But you
doing that spit.
And that's what he's doing. But you are talking about he's been the best player on the team.
Oh my gosh! Wow, that is crazy. You saw LeBron chilling that series. That's what you saw.
Yes.
You saw one game of LeBron chilling and said that was him for the whole series.
When we want, look, he balled in game 4. In game 5, he was exhausted. In the closeout game, he just chilled, man. The dude, and this is what I mean. This is what I mean by that, so I can explain myself thoroughly. He don't have to bring the ball up no more, like in the bubble championship team. So he just gets the whatever assignment on defense, which is the easiest, and then he runs down to the wing and lets Reeves, Schroeder, or Russell bring the ball up. Then the focus is on Davis. It's not on him. The defense is really not, they're not even tripping off LeBron. And what LeBron does is he gets it at whatever point in the shot clock, and he either dives to the hole or he shoots the 3, man. That's all LeBron do right now, bro. So you can't call that the best player on the team. The focus is on Davis. Do you understand that? If you're the other coach on the other team, you're focusing on stopping Anthony Davis. If Davis gets 30 or 40, you cannot beat the Lakers. They know that. LeBron can get a lot of points and we can still lose. Davis, it ain't like that. That's the difference, man. Don't be fooled by no points, brother. You got to watch the game.
You being satisfied with his performance overall because he's playing great defensively is crazy.
It was a couple
if you're supposed to be that guy.
Listen, I'm cussing Anthony Davis out during the broadcast a lot of the times. There was like Isaiah said, in games 2 and 4, he didn't score nearly enough.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, he's been the best player on the team, and we're not here.
Not even just the not scoring enough that be bothering me. It's the lack of aggression. It's the hanging out at the 3-point line when you got niggas that's 6'5", 6'6" guarding you, and you not hurrying up and calling for the ball to get your easy 2 points. Those are the type of things that he should be doing that makes him clear cut the best player, which he's capable of doing. Like he did in that bubble championship that we were just talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I didn't see anybody 6'5", 6'6" guarding that series.
Me either. It was only making that up. You just made that up, bro.
You might have had a couple plays here and there where he was guarded by somebody shorter, but not overall, like for extended periods of time.
What I saw was like 3 dudes collapsing on him.
They would switch him off.
And then D. Russ kind of loosened that shit up, and they was able to get the ball to him. That's what I saw. But before that, it was like 3 dudes hanging back. They was making just the catch was hard. The catch was tough. So, I blame the Lakers. They didn't. I don't know how well they shot. Maybe somebody could look that up, but it wasn't loose enough. Some of them games, so shit wasn't really his fault. He couldn't even get the ball. Because as a big man, somebody got to give you the ball.
Well, that's when you got somebody on you like that, you're supposed to be screaming for that shit. Kenny Smith and Shaq and them literally called it out on the effing screen of clips like that I'm talking about that you said I'm making up. They literally at halftime called it out one time saying, this is when you're supposed to be screaming for the effing ball. And they be on bigs for spit like that because them niggas was like that.
Kenny Smith. What
about Kenny Smith?
You said them niggas was like that.
I brought up Shaq and Chuck too. They all a part of that conversation. He's the one.
I didn't hear you say Chuck. I heard you say Kenny Smith.
Well, maybe we got to rewind the clip, but I brought them up as well. When they was doing the screen, the fellas, they had clips of exactly what I'm talking about, of him not screaming for the effing ball when he has somebody on him like that. And not only that, that's not the first time I've seen it, nigga. This ain't the only series. I was mad that effing Houston series that he had when, even though he probably balled out, probably got his numbers, but he don't be calling for the effing ball when he got niggas on him like that sometimes and be hanging out at the 3-point line.
When you got LeBron and D'Angelo Russell on your team, sometimes, man, that they got to get their shots. So they're not going to give it to you. How they going to take their 20 attempts if they keep giving it to you? So, you know what I mean? So when they go away from him, it's over a lot of time. If they don't give it to him that first time, it's over. They got to get their shots.
All right, I think that's it for first round. Any last takeaways before we go to the semis?
Shout out to AD, man. Don't get hurt, man.
Please.
Play through it all, brother.
All right, let's go Philly, Boston, which is actually finna get cracking in a minute. We got Philly and Boston first.
Limit the turnovers.
I need everybody's predictions for this one. Even though Embiid will not be there for game 1, and even though he said optimistic, I'm going to say doubtful because this nigga is another nigga that's always hurt. So in spite of that, I'm going to hang on to what I had on my bracket. And I had Philly in 6, but due to what's going on, I'm going to go Philly in 7 for this round.
Boston in 6.
Yeah, Boston in 6 for me too.
Yeah, I mean, of course for you, nigga.
We're gonna.
I'm surprised you're giving them 6.
And even if Embiid comes back for this series, we're gonna expose his ass.
Who is we? Al Horford and Williams?
Hey,
that's barbecue chicken. That's barbecue chicken, nigga.
He couldn't do nothing with Royce O'Neal and Nick Claxton, so I don't see why Al Horford and Robert Williams would have a hard time.
The niggas he got 20 rebounds on? That's what you talking about?
You keep poaching that one weak-ass game. What about that game he got 5 rebounds?
I criticized him for that.
Oh, okay.
And he stepped up.
Oh, okay.
He will.
I'm thinking that Embiid is not going to be right because he's starting this series off not playing. So, Boston is 7. I hate to even say that shit.
Yeah, I'm just holding on to hope over here. I'm sticking with my bracket.
No disrespect, D-man. No disrespect, my guy.
Yeah, man. What's up? You supposed to rock with the fam, man.
I'm supposed to rock with the fam, or I'm supposed to give an honest sports take, man. I mean,
both.
It's Embiid's fault. Hey, D-man, it's Embiid's fault, my nigga. That's why I picked the
I rock with you, Mr. Melton. I rock, but you got a fraud on your team.
He said you got a fraud in your team.
Nah, but
the
MVP ain't there, man. What am I supposed to, I don't, man. 7 games, 7, man.
I say they sneak game 1, and that puts them in great position. I say they sneak it out. I think Boston comes out underwhelmed and thinks that to take it lightly, and Philly got a puncher's chance to pop them. And I'll
definitely call you back and give you your props later on if that happens. That's the hot take of the day.
Yeah.
If they win, it'll be because your cousin playing immaculate defense and stepping up further on offense.
He about to do that.
Because he's been playing good on offense as well. But I feel like he'll have to step it up even more this series.
Defensively.
Yeah, because they're going to have him on Brown and Tatum for sure.
And that's not going to be easy.
Yeah, it's going to be a long series, but I think he got it.
But
they'll switch. It'll be between him and PJ Tucker as well. So
that's what I appreciate. That's what I appreciate about his game the most. That night in, night out, even if his shot is not falling, he's committed on the defensive end. Because
yes, sir,
you can control that. You can always control how committed you are on the defensive end.
Yeah, because half the time that's what it's just effort. And you know what I'm saying, and having that will in you.
That's that football shit. That's why. That's why he different.
Yeah, that's still in him.
He out there. He a football guy out there with a bunch of hoop dudes. So that's why he be in their back like that.
So everybody gave a prediction for that one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, begrudgingly, man.
I'm the only Philly guy on this one. Philly is 7. I'm standing on that.
And they're gonna win tonight, you said.
Yeah, I think they sneaked this one away. Denver, Phoenix. We had one game already, but y'all can give y'all.
I can still see Phoenix taking this one in 7. I feel like
so it's going 7 games.
I feel like they bounce back tonight, even the series up, and then from there, I feel like it'll be a lot of back and forth because game 1, Nuggets were coming out firing, getting shots to drop, were effective with passing, dominating.
I ain't gonna lie, I was shocked that Denver popped them like that.
Yeah, 122 to 100. I was like, Jesus.
Wait a minute.
125, 107.
Wait a minute. Dre was on the broadcast last week, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
With zero
it's
respect.
One game, Ragu. It's one game. One game.
It was zero respect for Denver on here, even me. So I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Wow, hold on. It sounds real respectful right now.
You ain't gonna hear none of that from me.
Oh man, you
got Phoenix and singing.
Hey, Isaiah, he can sit this one out because he wasn't in here talking.
Yeah, he skipped the week. He was quiet
like that. Hey, Isaiah, they was on here. You can go back and look at it, bro. I saw the clip about Denver. Like Denver was
I saw the clip.
The 8 seed.
I saw the clip.
Oh yeah, he did comment on it.
He wanted to talk crazy when I wasn't here, my boy. So like I said, if Jamal Murray keeps this up, and the reason why they won by
here he go. Now who giving themselves excuses, Ragu? That's not an excuse.
That's not a.
Tell me that's not an excuse. He said based upon the way a nigga play.
Because
So look,
that is what it is. If he falls off, then they don't really.
Nigga, that's anybody. That's any team. If niggas don't play right, they gonna lose. That's anybody.
yeah, that's kind of.
We're trying to give yourself a disclaimer.
I'm trying to tell you that Jamal Murray is the X factor here. He's a big X factor.
I wouldn't call him an X factor. He's the second. He should be firm as the second option. He should be.
I believe.
When I say X factor, I mean the most important factor deciding this series. I don't mean that he's just some bench player coming off the bench balling
like
out.
some secret weapon.
I'm not saying that. When I say X factor, I just mean he's the most important factor in this series. Period.
Yeah.
Right? Because they have Booker and KD, who last series was getting buckets, and they can still go off at any time.
MPJ, if anybody, is the one that need to keep the energy for the whole series. I think Murray and Jokic should be all right. They should
on this show. The question was asked: even when they win the first round series, could they beat the Clippers or Phoenix? And the answer was
said
no.
hell no.
Everybody said no. So even Dre said no, if I'm not mistaken. Even I said no. So
that's
as they stand up
1-0
on Phoenix, who end up winning, y'all still stand on that?
I hate that niggas get a game in before we could do our preview. Because niggas get to changing their mind and say, people overreact over one game. I got that same energy. Phoenix in 6 comfortably. You're gonna they're gonna get a couple games.
Yeah, I'm still rolling with Phoenix on this.
Nah, 7 means you unsure though. I ain't gonna lie. That means you think it can technically go either way. That's a winner go home scenario.
Well, if it comes down to it, I'm still sticking to the Suns.
All right.
The hater in me, which is not a lot of, is gonna stay Suns in 7 as well.
Okay.
All right, here the hug. We didn't set him up beautifully, D. Why we do that? We didn't set him up beautifully.
You see how he looked away too? He was. Yeah.
He loves this right now.
It's fine.
Yeah, he just gave some heat to the Suns and Celtics. Thank you so much, Ragu.
No,
but
yeah,
what is we thinking? What is we thinking on the anthill right now?
Like I said, the X factor for the Nuggets is Jamal Murray. And, for the Phoenix Suns, it's that bench, bro, that they do not have. That bench is terrible. Like, bro, as soon as you get off of KD, Devin and Chris Paul having his 1-2 game.
That spit is hot. I am not Kevin.
Like that, bro. I can't name one player.
And I said that when he got over there. That bench is
bench neato. So we'll see.
The only half decent one on that bench might be Steph's brother-in-law. He hit some shots here and there.
Who's that?
Damian Lee.
Oh, yeah, okay. Depending on Damian Lee like that, brother, like I'm not saying that he's not a decent role player or whatever, but he ain't. I'm sorry that, like, bro.
Yeah, if you depending on that as your best bench player, then yeah, you in trouble.
Yeah, so we'll see. Maybe KD and Book can play 40 minutes a game this series again or whatever it is, and
I that's another thing. I don't trust this method Monty Williams is doing right now, playing KD 40 minutes a game. That nigga is too fragile for split like that. I know Steve Nash did it. What was that, a year or two ago? I know he did that split, but y'all coach is getting way too comfortable with that linky nigga.
Yeah, that nigga played 42 and a half minutes per game.
Even if they do make it far, he gonna be done by then.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be just like 21, just Paul and Book. And Paul F around, get hurt.
Should be pretty fresh.
Booker played 42 minutes as well. let's see what Chris Paul. Chris Paul playing 37, 38 minutes a game. So yeah, I'm sorry. With Chris Paul and KD playing that high minutes, that's
how you know that nigga know the bench is trash.
Chris Paul gonna get hurt before KD get hurt.
That's been equal to me.
And if
especially because Chris chilling now more than ever in his career. So
you know what, man? Give me Denver. Give me Denver in 6.
That's what I'm talking about.
Denver in 6?
That's what I said the same thing. Denver in 6.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Damn.
That's a hot take.
I got Chris Paul getting hurt in one of these next 2 guys.
All right, so we split on this, Dre. We standing
It's
on
2-2.
standing on business.
It's 2-2.
And plus Ragu was mad. Ragu was mad at the Denver disrespect anyway. So
Yeah.
I think this is
For
fitting
sure.
for him.
I think I'm gonna be right too.
I like how you said I think.
That's a
Hey, we gonna
fight.
run back that bubble Western Conference Championship, brother.
Let me turn this split on. Next we going Knicks in Miami.
Now this is gonna be the best series, like just basketball wise.
Think so?
I mean,
I
just
think-
kind of like competitive wise. It's not. I ain't gonna say like the best basketball, but I'm just saying like going at it wise.
Yeah. Yeah, New York got some dogs.
I hate to give all the ifs and all that, but Randall not playing is big. I don't care how much of a bum y'all say he is.
You said what? Hold on, what did he say? Turn this down.
Randall not playing in that game yesterday was big.
Nigga, that's a good thing for the Knicks.
No, they
What you mean?
win. They win with Randall.
That is a good thing.
They beat them with Julius yesterday.
Yeah,
So-
they sure missed that 13 on 30%. They for
How
sure
much they-
missed that.
How much they lost by?
Oh, so you saying the 13 would have got it?
Hey, man.
How much would have
Hey,
got? Hold on, but how much would have got scored on him? though? That's about that. You know what I'm saying? That's
They
about
missed.
the point spread right there.
They missed his contribution, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. So I'm torn. I'm torn because of the way the series started off with Julius not playing. Damn. But Jimmy got hurt too.
That's the devastating one right there. I hope he.
Yeah.
all right.
How's your ankle
that
feel?
matters. Don't nobody care about no Julius missing no game. They ratings ain't gonna miss a beat.
I'm gonna put some respect on my
Butler.
Julius, man. Hey,
How's it
I'm a-
feel?
oh, man, this is the tough. This one's tough.
Yeah, this is a hard one. Yeah, this is probably a tough one.
Because knowing where it stands right now with the injuries and all,
It's gonna be difficult to
But
choose.
all these second rounds, I think, is gonna be tough.
and Miami's a play-in team, right? So,
They didn't play like it in the first
Has
round.
an 8 seed ever made the conference finals? I think we should have our stat guy look that up.
8th seed.
I know
Let me
we definitely, because it's only been 6 times that an 8 seed even advanced.
I'm gonna say Miami, man. I'll begrudgingly. I wish I had more info on Jimmy. I don't have it right now, but just
Miami and what?
Miami in 6 games.
I like that.
Once it was the 1999. It was.
Oh, look at the sports junkie. Okay,
Knicks did
that
it.
Isaiah ain't on his.
They
set.
got-
I'm gonna go get
They
that.
got knocked out in 03 by the.
03. That's what's Eastern or Western Conference?
99.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong year. It was 1999. Miami and the Knicks. It was the Knicks knocking
I
Miami
remember that.
out in the opening round.
Also, they went to the finals in '99,
The
if I
East-
remember.
Yeah, the conference final. Yeah.
No, they didn't they lose to the Spurs that year?
Yeah, they made it all the way to the finals.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that was Larry now.
And they looked like an 8 seed that series too. So,
Yeah, because when you chase it like that, it eventually catches up to you in one of them rounds. All right, so I said Miami.
you took Miami in 6. I'm gonna go.
Celtics in 7.
I think I might go the same route. Surprisingly, I wanted to say 5, but the Knicks been real scrappy, so I see them scrapping a couple games out, even without that bum Randall. And yeah, so assuming Butler's okay, of course. If Butler's not okay, it's either gonna be New York in 6 or 7 without Jimmy. But I'm assuming Jimmy's will be all right. Miami should take care of this in 6. And I say that reluctantly because I want to say Miami in 5, really.
Oh, see, the disrespect is what I was saying.
Man, we have been on Ragu's disrespectful list for the last 2 weeks.
Hey,
I feel like that
man.
first round was Cleveland not playing up to par rather than Knicks really being
Here
like
we
that.
go. Here we go. Mr. Softy now on Donovan and Garland and all them guys. Now he's understanding. He's Mr. Understanding coach now. But at Davis, oh no, he should fucking be up here. Fuck Davis.
Davis supposed to be better than all them niggas right there. Davis should be a bona fide top 5 player in the league every season.
All right. Let him show you that right now. He's gonna show you that right now.
I hope that so. I would love that. Because when he played like that, the last time he played like that, we won a championship.
So
I think.
are we there? Are we there yet?
No, these
I
niggas
got
ain't gave their
Miami.
pick shit.
All right.
Yeah, I got Miami in 6, saying Jimmy Butler's cool. So I think he'll be fine.
Come on, say something else.
Yeah,
Isaiah.
Butler done already said, by the way, disclaimer, he done already said ain't no way in hell you missing that game. So
Yeah, Miami.
but we'll see. Your body can only,
Hey. Okay, hold on. I'm switching my pick to New York, man.
Dang.
He's sick of the disrespect.
I'm being Mr. Controversial because I'm not gonna have no unanimous panels unless y'all all pick the Lakers. So
Isaiah didn't even pick yet. You don't know who he going with.
I think I know where this is going, though.
I said Miami at 6 or
Oh,
7.
you did take Miami. Okay.
Yeah.
So we all have Miami at 6.
Knicks in 7.
Sheesh.
Knicks in 7.
And we were all. so
God
close
bless
to
you, brother.
I do think they make it close, though. I think every game will be pretty close, though.
Yeah, I'd say they're gonna be scrappy. That's why I gave him the 6.
I'm gonna be watching that series very close.
That's why I gave him the 6.
We might have to do a press conference after every game about it. Shit.
We could go live. I got the restream I'm paying for, but we ain't using it, so I'm with it.
We might have to jump on one night, JC. After
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm definitely with it. Especially because we doing this by series and not week by week. So maybe we got a little something in between.
Because it's gonna be 2 weeks before we get back on here. Then
It depends on how these series go. If niggas get niggas up out of here, we'll be here.
Everybody ain't gonna get everybody up out of here. You know what I'm saying?
So that boy Silver gonna send in the series extended. Scott Foster.
You right. Yeah, Silver ain't having that. The way these ratings been.
He gonna see a sweep going on. He's like, Scott, I need you to go there, and then after that, I need you to go out there.
That nigga for sure making that call. Like, what y'all niggas got going on?
Slow that shit down. Y'all got going.
Gotta show up. Scotty show up and extend
See,
that.
he only let Philly slide because they got away with it early. But everybody else, he like, nigga, we ain't having no more sweet.
Look,
F y'all niggas thinking about.
The trick now, they not putting him in no game sevens. He doing it in game 5 and 6 now. That's where he extend up.
Yep.
He come and slide that series on and push it on along like it should go. All right, so
last but not least, this should be by far the most entertaining for this round. I ain't gonna lie, I'm our guys ready for this. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it 100. I am a little scared, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. I'm just a little scared. And Ragu, maybe you can help me out with this. You like giving Isaiah his optimism with the Raiders, so maybe you can help me out one time with the Lakers. Who do we have anybody on our squad that can deal with number 30 on Golden State the way Davion Mitchell just dealt with him in that backcourt?
So, the quick answer to that is no. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Schroeder does play hard on D and is pesky. He will make it harder than Russell will. Russell is the one that scares me.
Yeah, and you was talking about that even before you knew we had Steph.
I love him in there because he's ballsy and he takes and makes shots. But he also he's not a good defender at all. He's not. So that guy is gonna be the problem. 30. We can't have him running around like they did yesterday on 20 of 38. We can't have that. We can't have that. We got to kind of force him to drive the ball in to Davis and make it tough for him. I know he was making all the runners and all that shit yesterday. The answer to your question is no, bro. No. But I'm hopeful that Schroeder can play hard on defense like he has been doing and make it a little tough on Steph Curry.
Yeah, and I think it's one of the things where it's gonna have to be like and me and Isaiah was kind of talking about this earlier. It's kind of gonna have to be like a team collective type of thing, more so than hoping one person is able to slow him down a little bit. Darvin Ham gonna have to get in that booth, man, and try to see what different things we can throw at him, make him a little uncomfortable here and there. This ain't 2015 to 16 where LeBron can, I feel, get out there like he used to. So yeah, I think that's our best hope with this. The Laker fan in me is never taking anybody over us in no series. So I'm gonna go Lakers in 7. And I did pick that. This isn't me being scary because that is in my bracket before the playoffs started. I could show that. So I had Lakers in 7 in the second round. So I'm going to stick with that.
I'll say the closest person that we had to Davion Mitchell would have to be the kid Vanderbilt. That's the closest one, but I think he's a little bit, I'm not going to say completely slow, but he doesn't have the quickness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. But he's got a little length, though.
Yeah, he definitely has the length. So, but like you said, it's going to be a team effort. Like, you're going to have to blitz him, hedge those screens really hard, and leave players like Draymond open and make Draymond and Kevon Looney beat you. That's what you're going to do. Yeah. You're going to have to force Wiggins, Kevon Looney, and Draymond Green to beat you. You're going to have to blitz Steph. It is what it is. But as for my pick, I'm rocking with the Lakers. They've been really good here defensively, especially since they made the trade. Since that trade deadline, they were like 20-9 to end the season, which was best in the NBA. So they've been playing some good basketball. The motherfuckers got to stop shooting so many threes, man. They are not a 3-point shooting team, bro. Like, it was proven during that Memphis series where they were both firing up a whole bunch of bricks.
Malik Beasley ain't been getting minutes like usual, huh? Like how he was at first.
I mean, because he
hasn't made any shots.
That's what I'm saying. But for the love of me, brother, I get the whole like AD needs a break, and I'm not even saying Mo Bamba is the best. Like,
oh no.
But no, bro. I'm talking about when he goes out and when he has AD out for those minutes, bro. You need a rim protector in the game, bro. Put Mo Bamba in the game.
I trust Vanderbilt though in that scenario.
What I'm saying is it's at times when Vanderbilt isn't even in the game. That's what I'm talking about. Put Mo Bamba.
Can't do that.
You telling me Mo Bamba can't survive for 4 minutes? That's what you gonna tell me. That's what you got me believing. He could at least.
What's up with what's his name? Gabriel.
Hey, but it's gonna be somebody like that though, bro. That comes in and helps get us through those stretches without Davis, because that's what the series is gonna come down to for the Lakers. Is those stretches.
Because you know damn well that nigga ain't finna survive no 42, 43 minutes in the effing game. Especially running with them niggas.
When that nigga said,
I don't feel like they have anything for him.
When he said I was willing to play all 48 minutes, I was like, oh shit, here the fuck we go. I was like, this motherfucker gonna end out there on a stretcher.
Man.
So he played the entire first quarter. The closeout game. Anyway, I don't know, Dre, you want to go ahead and say?
Yeah. I think, and this is going off of.
Here we go.
I'm sorry, guys, but I got Warriors in 6. Warriors in 6.
He actually told me his pick already, so I'm just waiting for it.
Mute that nigga. Mute his.
I'm glad that he does. I'm glad that he does have Warriors, because that makes it no unanimous boards here, and so I got to give my whole spiel before I say my final word on this thing. But Davis has to be the best player out here.
Man, that's all I was saying, OG.
I feel like Isaiah said, we got to funnel all that shit to Draymond and Looney. Looney, we can't just give him dunks though all series, but we gotta, make those guys make shots and make them take more shots than they usually do. So we got to be blitzing the Splash Brothers and Wiggins off the 3-point line as best we can, and funnel it down to those other guys and make them make shots, which I don't think they can do. None of those guys, Poole or any of them guys, scare me off the bench. The Lakers are really deep. We got to get lucky a little bit, I think, and we got to stay focused and locked in all of the games at all times, because they are the champs and they are not fazed by none of that. None of the bullshit runs and none of that. They don't care about none of that shit.
I feel like they're the only team in the NBA right now who's literally seen every single moment. And I said team, so that doesn't include LeBron. They're the only team that's literally seen everything that you can see. And that's why Game 7 yesterday didn't faze them even a little bit.
Had a core guys together.
Everybody on sacks, biggest game by far.
They have pretty much seen it all. Yeah, you're right. And so they're unfazed. So there'll be no point which we have them. You know what I'm saying? It's always accelerator. I think the Lakers still game 1 to tomorrow night, and Lakers in 6, man.
I think we still one of them first two. I'm just cool with getting one of them first two. This is wild for a 6 seed to have home court advantage, though, ain't it?
It's crazy, huh? Yeah, 6, 7. It's wild. It's wild, but it's great too at the same time.
Yeah. Isaiah, did you give your? I mean, we know your pick. Did you say like how many games or whatever?
Yeah, he said.
Oh, damn.
I think he said 6.
He's very confident. Not. Oh, I thought you. Okay, my bad. I thought you put up a 5.
Oh, I said 6.
I didn't see the other one. Yeah, my bad.
6, yeah.
The other one was going in and out.
Yeah, 6.
Lakers in 6. So we got Lakers in 6. Lakers in 6. Lakers in 7. Golden State in 6.
In 6.
There we go. No unanimous panel.
And by the way, Golden State is by far the favorite in this series when I looked at the odds earlier. So
hold on. What is by far, nigga? Because you like to call 51% by far.
So, it wasn't a percentage. It was the Vegas odds. It was like, what was that? Matter of fact, I'll go look at it right now.
What are they? Plus what? Or minus what?
155.
Minus 155?
Yeah. That's not huge odds. No, that's that. No, nigga, you had me thinking it was like a minus.
Yeah, that's you're the clear favorite, but that ain't huge.
Yeah, no.
Huge is when it's like minus 400.
Yeah, at least.
Nah, that's like Philly Brooklyn type spit. Like, nigga, ain't no way in hell you winning this. I didn't say it was that.
That's what you said. You said
I was surprised at how far it was. I thought it would have been a lot closer than that.
That's not that far apart.
I'm trying to get the whole series. Right now, I can only see game 1 now, but I seen the other one earlier. But even for game 1, they got Golden State beating the spit out of us for that, even though they just had a game yesterday. So, but that's the one D said we get. So, should I go put some bread on that? Like,
that's gonna be that one. They the favorite too. You can cash out. What's the Lakers? Plus what?
They got the Warriors minus 200, Lakers plus 168.
See, yeah, that ain't no. Vegas is scandalous, homie.
They got Golden State.
They're trying to walk both sides of the fence on that.
They got Golden State beating us by 5, which that just means comfortably. Not, you know what I'm saying? They don't think it's gonna be a blowout.
They picking Golden State, but they don't want you to win no money if the Lakers win. Yeah. That is right there. That's what that shit is right there. You gotta go chunk down a few grand to win a nice little ticket.
Yeah.
That's a
I think you said it perfectly. Like they feel like, nigga, Golden State finna get this, but they ain't gonna give Lakers fans a chance to get that bread. Just to, like, all right, you think it's like that, huh? And
or they like you rich motherfuckers go put some money on it then. You know what I mean? Go put some real money on it then.
Real quick update before we go to the next one. Philly is down 7 first quarter, 38-31.
Oh, that's
Celtics are shooting 85% from the field.
Don't nobody care about none of that.
Wait, asshole. Whoa, this man. Who this man?
One thing I forgot to ask y'all about, man. Like I said, it's been a couple weeks, so it's been a lot that's going on. I need y'all very late opinions. Actually, it's not too late because yesterday, Draymond actually spoke on it and said he doesn't have any respect for Sabonis. So, what is y'all's take on that whole ordeal from Draymond stepping on his chest, getting suspended?
Come on now.
What is y'all thoughts on all of that?
Man, Draymond got a lot of shit to say for somebody who was kicking people in the nuts for like 4 years. That's all I'm gonna say.
And it was crazy to me how he felt like he was treated so unfairly by getting suspended. Like, oh, I didn't know you can get suspended for whoop. And it's like, nigga, like, I remember that 2016 year they gave you a chance when you kicked Steven Adams and y'all was finna lose to OKC. They could have suspended you then. And Silver let you slide. And then you
Sabonis did grab him, but bro, you jumped up and stepped on the man and then expected
that's the controversial thing. Do y'all think that was done intentionally?
Yes, Sabonis grabbed him.
Yes. No question about it.
Jerry?
Intentionally, yes.
Yeah, it just when you look at I looked at it last night just to see it just to get a better view, and it clearly shows him
putting that extra little umph in it, right? Yeah,
yeah. It was too extra.
Because a lot of people, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people, like even the folks I was watching the game with, I was with my pops and my uncle and my brothers. They felt like that was, like he grabbed his leg. He trying to bring it down. You know what I'm saying? They was upset about that.
I agree. When I said that both of their moves were intentional. Sabonis grabbed him intentionally, and Dre jumped up and stepped on that man's chest.
And Sabonis also, even though it hasn't been called out much, Sabonis has a history of doing that as well, too. Holding people back so they can't get down the floor.
We don't see it because Kings games don't get shown on national TV.
That's true as well. That's true as well.
They first winning season, I don't know how long. That's why.
Since I was in like fifth grade.
Shit, I was still in diapers.
Did y'all agree with the suspension?
Shout out to Mike Brown. Yeah, I agree with the suspension. You can't stomp nobody.
Yeah, and it I think
it ain't like
fair.
Sabonis. If Sabonis would have grabbed him and then like spent with his leg and tried to tackle him or something,
that's another thing. Yeah.
Now I'm saying suspend Sabonis. You know what I mean? But
some people were saying that. That's why I'm
trying
to get y'all takes on it.
It was some little like some hold up type shit. Draymond just to me took an opportunity to like, oh, he grabbed my leg. I'm gonna say he grabbed my leg and I'm gonna stomp. Like. He thought it out like this. That's how I think this guy.
I think some players are like that though. Like don't be doing no bullshit to me because I'm you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna react to it in that type of way.
But
like the Steven Adams one,
like stumble and fail, and
like the Steven Adams one, right? When he did that to Steven Adams, I don't remember that one too well, but that one seemed like nigga, you just went out of your way and did some weird shit. But LeBron was stepping over him, so he felt like I'm gonna take it in my own hands and do something I ain't supposed to do. And then Sabonis was grabbing his leg wrong, so he's like, I'm gonna take it in my own hands and do what I ain't supposed to do. So,
what if he sells the grab of the leg and falls down and gets the foul call on Sabonis? That's the good basketball play.
What if him in the midst of him doing that, he twists his effing ankle or something?
I'm saying he would have played it off. He'd have got his leg free and then,
it's like when Kareem broke dude's jaw, right? He wasn't necessarily wrong for how he felt, but he said, I'm gonna take it in my own hands.
Yeah. Boy, did he.
Ragu, you be killing me sometimes.
And he probably was watching that game.
I was a little young.
But the fact that you still remember, that's crazy.
Yeah, he gonna broke that man's face.
Last thoughts on the semis before we move on.
Last thoughts? I'm cool.
Go Lakers.
What more can I say?
Yeah, all right.
Don't all speak at once.
Ragu, you got that smile.
I'm watching the game.
Yeah, me too.
Just checking out my guy D-Man out there. Let's go. Give it up, baby. Let's go, D-Man.
We ain't got that much longer. Only a couple things.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Yeah. Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers to the Jets trade official.
Hold up. Before we get into that, did you guys see Aaron Rodgers' comment?
On what?
He said about going to the Jets. He was like, I'm the greatest thing to ever happen to the Jets organization since 9/11. I was like, Jesus.
That comment is wild, but is he wrong?
What happened 9/11 to the Jets? That's
awesome. My bad. I missed that part too. That is a never mind. That's a whole weird comment in general. Now that I think about it,
dude is
that's
weird.
why I was like,
dude is a weirdo. But
finally, that's all I have to say. Finally, I'm tired of talking about this guy.
Yeah,
I feel like how
I've never seen a trade take that long. That was in talks.
Yeah, I feel like how Ragu feels about Kawhi, bro. I'm finally okay. Now Go perform in the playoffs. How about that?
You mean the one-time Super Bowl playing in and one-time Super Bowl champion guy?
Yeah. Mr. always losing to the 49ers. You finally out the NFC. So you
ain't got to worry about that no more.
So did the 49ers run?
But now you got to worry about the Chiefs.
So hold on. Did the 49ers run Aaron Rodgers out of the NFC?
Or what it looked like.
I wouldn't say that because his best chance to beat him would be now.
But he
would in the AFC?
Now that I think about it, why would you leave the NFC now of all times to go to the loaded AFC?
Hey, you got ran out of there.
Because he got a defense that can carry him now.
Packers defense wasn't good.
But this one.
But I know what JC's saying, though. If the ultimate goal is to win the Lombardi, shit, number 15 is over there. That shit is going through him.
Right.
I hate to fucking say it, but for the foreseeable future, it's finna run through him. So, I don't know why he jumped over here and thought that was finna help him. Maybe he just wants to win a playoff game because the Niners have been like first rounding them and shit. Like soon as they see him.
Not really first rounding them, but he be doing so good that he gets a bye. And then by the time he gets
Yeah.
He played in the NFC North during all the years when the Vikings was in purgatory, the Bears was in purgatory.
Yeah, he had his division actually got squads now.
Yeah, and we saw what happened.
But he could have came. Why he didn't go to the Niners? You can't beat him, join them.
Hey,
he could have did that too.
What a foul, man.
Lamar, we talked about that a lot, and he finally got it done without an agent. Might I add to all the people out there crying about how bad he needed an agent. Got mom's paid. She got that cut that the agent would have got, kept it in the family. He had if I'm not mistaken, 260 overall, 185 guaranteed. So I say congratulations, brother, and then y'all can take it from there on y'all thoughts on everything.
Allow me, please. Coach Saban, make it make sense, baby. Make it make sense for me. So when Jalen's deal got done, it kind of like opened the door for Lamar to go ahead and say, all right, you ain't got to give me the guarantee, but if you give me more than Deshaun and Jalen, it gave him an avenue to work out a deal, and him and Miles got in there and got it done. But from what I understand, the three highest paid people in the National Football League are
African American.
Yeah, not only that, but one of them is Jalen Hurts. So, Coach Saban, man, if you ever come across this, man, and I wish no ill will on Tua, but make it make sense to me, man, in that national championship game. You talking about it factor and all this, have my boy, on the side.
One of the highest paid quarterbacks of all. One of the highest paid players of all time.
Yeah, man. Snatched my boy out that championship game and tried to scapegoat him. Shout out to Jalen Hurts, man. Make it make sense.
And like I said before, he never once wavered, never complained, took it to the chin.
Oh, stand-up guy, even in the interview after the football game on the sideline, stand-up guy. Even though you could see it in his face, he down there wanted to cry. And then went to Oklahoma and went house. And then looked
to the perfect situation. You muted, Isaiah.
Actually got developed as a thrower at Oklahoma, might I add.
Make it make sense, Nick.
And Alabama just had they just had somebody get drafted, right? When they're quarterbacks.
Bryce Young.
Bryce
Young to Carolina.
They didn't develop Bryce. Bryce came ready to go, man. Everybody knows that.
Thanks.
All right. Well, since we on it, like I said, we finna get up out of here soon. We'll start with Isaiah, who was very upset. We're gonna do y'all NFL draft takeaways overall, but let's start with my guys. I know we talk a lot of Raiders football on here.
Oh,
but
yeah, I heard a guy
it's because it's the
talking
most
about the leg.
entertaining. So Isaiah and Ragu, I need y'all to have a conversation of how y'all feeling.
Well,
Maybe y'all rub off on one another, figure this thing out.
all right, so I don't know who Dre likes in football. Who's your football team, Dre?
Patriots.
Okay, so look, first of all, we would be remiss if we didn't shout out to the draft prowess or the moves made by the Houston Texans front office and snatching Stroud at 2 and then jumping back in there and getting the edge guy, Will Anderson.
I wish no success on that franchise for the rest of their
at 3.
Existing.
I can't do that because they got D'Amico Ryans over there coaching the football team. So I got to kind of give them a certain deal of hope and hope that they have success just because of him. And then I just have to recognize that, give recognition to that fantastic move, man. They got 2 of the top 5 players in the draft, right? And jumped right back in there and got their guy. So shout out to them for doing that. But now, I heard I had to talk my guy Isaiah off the ledge. So at that point, Isaiah, I was saying Jalen Carter too, bro. Don't get me wrong. I was at work. I'm yelling at the screen. I'm saying, forget all of that bull crap. Just get him. But I don't have to pay the kid, Isaiah. And with what happened with Ruggs and those guys in Vegas, to take a known, just say draft risk, and bring him to Las Vegas as a young guy and gonna pay him all that money like that. We were just setting ourselves up to be I told you so type of guy. So you know how it is with the Raiders, bro. We damned if we do, if we damned if we don't. If we take him, and then something happens with the kid, they say the Raiders are stupid for taking him. We pass up the guy and get somebody else, they say we stupid for leaving him there. If you watch the games last year, what the position they tried to have Cleve play a lot of the time when Chandler and Max was in is the role that they're going to put this kid Tyree Wilson in immediately. And then they're also going to bring him off the blade. And they also going to let him play a little hand in the ground defensive end in the 3-4 sets and some of them sub packages in like nickel.
That nigga Isaiah is not hearing none of this shit right now.
Oh, I'm listening to him.
He's gonna be a guy in that defense of Patrick Graham's that is gonna be like a little bit of a utility knife in there, and then he's also gonna be able to just spell Chandler Jones and come off that other side with Max. So yeah, I wanted him to, but we couldn't bring him to Vegas, man. We couldn't do it.
It's been like, I get the whole getting the edges. You can never have enough edge rushers, but it just felt like we didn't always get the best player available. And I felt like with his most recent injury, the foot injury that scared off a few teams, I felt like they traded back and stacked up some more picks and then still got their guy.
So Isaiah, that Spoon was our guy, but Petey surprised everybody at 5. I don't think we was thinking 5, bro.
That was unexpected too, but it's like, okay, so
that's the other part that I forgot to mention to you. So all of this is after Spoon was gone.
Yeah. So my thing is, like I said, the kid could be very good. He's an athletic freak, 6'6", extremely long arms, can play multiple positions on the line. But it's just like they keep going with edge rushers, and it's like, bro, that defensive tackle has to be addressed. Like, you don't need somebody in later round. You need a guy who can come in immediately and be that guy who blows up the middle, and that was Jalen Carter. And I get the flight risk that he is coming to Vegas and with the history at Georgia and things of that nature. So I understand why the pick was made. It was just like I felt like they could have traded back and still got their guy at that point. Or like later on in the draft, they traded up for that quarterback out of Purdue, and not that the kid can't throw or anything like that, but he's a statue. He don't move too well in a sense. And I'm like, in this league, you need a quarterback who can at least improvise, if not be a runner such as like Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts. You need at least an improviser like Justin Herbert and Patrick Mahomes. So, and then also the other pick that surprised me was when they took that the kid from the wide receiver kid. You know who I'm talking about. It was like in the 5th round. And that was like I was just kind of perplexed because I'm just like,
you thought they was gonna go defense there?
Yeah, I thought they would go defense there again. Like we didn't really address, like we got linebacker Amari Burney much later, but even as a Florida fan, I don't know how Amari Burney is going to work out with him being so small, transitioning from safety. But they did surprise me later on getting that safety from Georgia. That was a decent value pick. So, I mean, they say that we got some free agents lined up here, coming in here soon to talk with the Raiders. But right now, I wasn't too highly impressed with the draft. I don't feel like it was a bad draft. I do like the tight end out of Notre Dame. I loved that pick.
Oh yeah, I was wondering if he was going.
That pick was amazing value.
Isaiah and Ragu, let me ask y'all something real quick. Overall in the draft, what grade do y'all give the Raiders?
Me personally, about B- C+. It's just certain picks I would have made differently. It's a couple things I would have did differently, but you know what? I'll go firmly B-.
I have to preface it by saying that I do not think grades can be given at this point when nobody has played a football game in the National Football League yet. However, just on general, like what we thought about these players coming into the draft and need and kind of like draft awareness and strategy. I'm gonna come in around the strong B, nearly B+ range, but I'm gonna give them a strong B because they addressed needs with quality guys. Like I even like the corner from Maryland too. Jacoris or whatever his name is. That they end up getting at like $170. It was player number 170, I think it was. So we will see as the season goes, but I definitely like Tyree. I definitely like Mayer, the tight end. I like the corner from Maryland. I like the safety, Chris Smith from Georgia. Not too high on the kid Young, the D tackle, but I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful, though, Isaiah, that he can be something inside there. But as you see, though, I named every need, I believe, right? They hit every spot except backer. We didn't really get a backer, though, did we?
They got Bernie out of Florida, but he's a smaller linebacker. He's got speed. He transitioned from safety. So we'll see how that works out.
Amari Burney?
Yeah. So,
yeah, I'm thinking they got to go maybe grab a veteran backer. And that's the thing with this. And maybe they think somebody they have is going break out. But like Baldinger was saying, I was listening to him talk on this podcast. He's like, most teams just get a middle linebacker and plug them in there for like 8 to 10 years and shit. Like the Raiders just keep going through middle backers, bro. We can never just get a guy, give him the green dot, you know what I'm saying? And just leave him in there for a few years. It's always in and out with the middle backer. So that's something I think has to change. with this regime. But yeah, Jacorian Bennett at 104. Isaiah, Chris Smith was at 170. So Chris Smith, if he ran a 4.4, he would have been top 70. You cannot convince me otherwise. So he went 170. Value pick right there. Trey Tucker is the little guy you talking about, right? From Cincinnati, who
Yeah, I felt like we got him a little bit later. Like, I was just like, I get that we need some speed to take the top off, even open up Adams and the Renfro more, but rumors are pushing around here in Vegas that Renfro could be on his way out, so I don't know what's going on with that. So we'll see.
I believe they are pursuing a trade for Renfro before June 1st, and if they cannot, they will cut him and take the cap hit. Renfro is not going to play for the Raiders, from what I've been hearing.
Mm.
They're going to go with Hooper and this young tight end, along with Devontae and the kid that they got from New England. And this young kid. Yeah, this young kid here probably in the slot. Yeah, they're going to move on.
Speaking of y'all, what grade you giving the Pats, Jerry, in the draft?
I didn't really see their draft at all.
They got Christian Gonzalez, the other.
That was a huge. I actually like that selection, the Gonzalez pickup.
He failed tremendously. What happened with him?
And he was doing good. That's still kind of.
Didn't New England trade back in the first round?
No, I don't think so.
That was in the second round. I remember
it was the second round.
Yeah, all right,
it was the second round.
Yeah,
Pats had a top 10 pick as well, didn't they?
No.
When was your first pick?
The Pats
when y'all got the corner.
No, they weren't 15. They had to be like what, 17?
He was
in the 20s.
Yeah.
Nah, it was that far?
No.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was.
He fell, man. He fell, bro. I was like, what? Why did they just now get him? And they took Spoon early.
Yeah, they took Spoon really early.
See, that jacked our board, Isaiah.
Yeah, it was just like I said, I just felt like some of the trade ups, I was just like, okay, so you trade up for that kid out of Purdue, but you don't try to trade up for Witherspoon.
They traded up.
It was a 17th. It was a 17th pick. Then they got Gonzalez.
Yeah. So
17th.
Yeah.
Because I knew.
Hey, Isaiah, they traded up 2 spots to get the tight end too. So I see what you're saying. They had enough picks to do it, and then they come back and get that D tackle from Arizona State. Pick number 231. So they got 2 D tackles.
That D tackle is massive.
D, I know you said you hate grading drafts before you see any of these guys play, but the Eagles have themselves a draft or what?
Oh my God.
Yeah, like I said, it remains to be seen, but yeah, it looks like they filled some needs. They lost a lot too.
And then they went and got that back situation that they just lost fixed. They went and traded for Swift after losing Sanders.
Yeah. They drafted a running back too, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yep, they did.
Who got to do Bijan?
Falcons.
Oh yeah.
They took him with like the 8th pick, right?
I don't.
I was like, running backs get drafted that high?
So I was just gonna go there, KC. So I immediately thought about you and the rule. But I was happy for the kid, but I was like, but man, that's it, bro. You ain't gonna get no more money than this in this league. They're gonna start lowballing you after this.
Yeah.
But I'm happy for him getting drafted so high.
I didn't understand why the Falcons made that pick. I felt like they had much more glaring needs elsewhere, but I guess
where
I'm happy to see a running back get some money.
I mean, I know running backs is probably like the most ignored position in drafts, but where do you feel like they needed more help? Because I honestly do think they're pretty solid. They just need a quarterback.
They need help at corner. They need help at
Ain't Terrell still over there?
That's what I'm saying on that other side. Terrell's like the only DB. I should say DB. He's he's the only DB. Wait, did they get Jesse Bates?
Yep.
Okay. So I can see why they. Okay, yeah, that's my bad. I forgot they got Jesse Bates. So DB is covered. It's just I don't know, man. Wide receiver as well too. They got Drake
London. That's it.
Spear in your heart.
Who playing quarterback?
Desmond Ridder.
Oh yeah, I guess they saying they believe in him.
We'll see, man. I also feel like they might.
They got the tight end.
I really feel like they should have went after Lamar when they had the chance.
They got the tight end. They got Drake London. They got the running back now. So we'll see.
Or they could be looking to the next offseason when they address more of those holes. They probably just wanted I don't know, maybe they really wanted that guy right now.
I feel like Houston
who's some of the teams, I mean, other than the Eagles, who's some of the teams y'all felt had like one of the more better drafts, I guess you could say?
Eagles, Texans.
For sure, Philly.
The Texans definitely had a good draft themselves. I'm trying to.
What about the Lions taking a middle linebacker and running back with their first two picks?
Yeah. What? I
don't know what that was about.
I would not have gone that high on Gibbs. It didn't make sense to me to get Hendon Hooker either. Like I get that, okay, eventually going to move on from golf or whatever it may have you, but I just feel like the quarterback class next year is much stronger class to do that with. That's why I wasn't mad that the Raiders didn't trade up to go get somebody, because I want either Caleb Williams or Quinn.
That's another thing too. Did y'all expect Richardson to drop down to y'all potentially?
Honestly,
I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I surely did.
You thought he would be there?
I thought it was a possibility that he could be there. I just didn't expect the Colts to take him at 4. I did not.
Yeah, neither did I.
They need a quarterback bad though. They pretty much got most things covered except that. It's like you said, they can't keep putting a Band-Aid on that.
Yeah, I agree, but it just feels like like I told you, I'm a Gator fan, but it's gonna be like at minimum a year before Anthony Richardson is ready to take the reins and be that guy. Like he.
So you think Minshew is starting this year? They're not going to turn to Richardson at no point.
Oh, I have no idea what the hell they're gonna do.
Yeah, I think that boy. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know much about AD.
Because I would think they're in win now mode with the team they got. Probably need to go get a receiver or two, but
I think they should throw the kid in.
Game 1?
Yeah.
I mean, they might. That's what owner Jim Irsay was saying. He was like, "Yeah, learning off the clipboard and tablet is cool, but the only way to really learn is get thrown in the fire." So,
yeah, just get in there and get.
Yeah, I think I was talking to one of my guys that's a Colts fan the day of the draft, and he was saying that he feels like the owner is just getting sick and tired of being sick and tired, and kind of everybody's on the hot seat right now in that front office. So they might just, you're right, they might just shake it up, Ragu, and just, throw the kid up in there.
Yeah, they got a new coach, you know what I mean? So they kind of like attached at the hip. So I'm sure he's trying to get a coach a few years. So if I'm the coach and Anthony Richardson is my guy, man, fuck it, let's roll. I'm gonna roll with you, man, right now. Let me get fired sooner than
right.
Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. because they are attached. He asked the owner to get this guy.
Oh yeah, that was a call from him.
That's how it works. You know what I'm saying? The GM and the coach, they go to the owner and be like, "Hey, man, this is the guy." And the owner, sometimes the owner be like, "Well, I like this other guy," but they signed off on it. So that's how that's gonna happen.
I mean, it's just gonna go one or two ways. Like I've said this numerous times, Anthony Richardson is the biggest boom or bust project.
That's what I was saying too. I think he's one of them very high risk, really high reward kind of guys.
Yeah, it's either gonna go really good or really bad.
I agree wholeheartedly with that.
I hope he does well. I'm not wishing anything bad, but I hope he does well.
And that's kind of what my guy was saying too. Like things like he had his ceiling is like through the roof type fit, but his floor can be like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man, I heard he has some accuracy issues.
Yeah,
that's all I've really heard.
But
people say he's like the most athletic player, one of the most athletic players that ever come out.
His ceiling is Cam Newton MVP level. His floor is Terrell Pryor playing quarterback.
Oh, sheesh.
He said Terrell. Also, so we scoring due to.
Oh man. Any last takeaways from the draft? Anything that stood out to y'all?
No, I'm just glad that we got it out the way. Now we got to go from here to we got OTAs right now coming up, and then see what's good, man. Get the shit started. Get it started. But yeah, no, good to get it under wraps. And I feel like the Raiders, strong B, man. They addressed every need. Looks like with quality guys. Hopefully we'll see about that D tackle, them two guys. But I like the corner. I like the safety. I like Tyree. I like the tight end. So that's 4 guys. And that's successful right there. If just those 4 guys are good, then we good.
Yeah, I'll see how y'all feel come prediction episode for real. That's when we get the whole, gist of everything about it. This is our last thing, by the way. Any takeaways, early MLB season? Any takeaways y'all want to get into before we get out of here?
Rodgers, y'all boy. I need y'all to get that bullpen together. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh.
I got nothing.
Right now, what's funny too is the Dodgers bullpen right now, they've just already in the first couple of games, they've already given up 74 walks, 5 wild pitches. I mean, it's just a lot of situation going on in their bullpen right now. Getting healthy is one of them. That's a start. So we'll see what they do. It's still early in the season, so they are leading their division right now. But man, there's a lot of areas that need to be fixed in that bullpen, as Isaiah was speaking on.
Yeah. Shout out to Kershaw getting his 200th win. I know that not as it used to be, but you have to make the argument that he is amongst the GOAT pitchers of his generation and of baseball, period. He doesn't throw the fastball as hard as he used to, but he still found a way to be effective and still be we got the kid Gavin Stone supposedly for major league debut here soon, so we'll see. Like I said, it's just mainly that bullpen that's really got to get together. They could have won a lot more games just off that bullpen and getting healthy. That's even bigger than getting the bullpen together. Just getting healthy, period. So we'll see how.
Scoring.
All right, man. Well, thank y'all for pulling up, man, and giving us y'all, analysis and takes and all that shit for everything that's been going on the last couple of weeks. It's halftime, so we gotta, we got another half before we get to the spits for real, which I'm ready for. And Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Thank everybody for tuning in the way y'all have been. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's take this to the furthest extent. Congrats to all my brothers here, man. We all made it to the semis. And maybe we see each other down the line. Who knows, man? We might get us a 2010 rematch or something. But let's take care of business first before I go that far.
Before we get that route.
Go Lakers, go Rams, go Dodgers, go Kings, and peace. See y'all later.
Come on, Davis.